Okay, it's working. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Friday. Hopefully, I'm coming through okay. My mic's got into a habit of either working or not working. Fortunately, Mix It Up is not working right now. Hang on 1 second. Let me refresh that real quick. Let's try that again, shall we? Test. That's working. Info. That's working. Okay, good. That is not the right one. I totally forgot to... Hang on, did I... Okay, hang on. Okay, so it's good for the timer. The command, on the other hand, is not. Where is the one for the command? Build info, here we go. Guncannon. Because I built like, I did like 4 different ones because of the wheel spin. Save. No, don't close Mix It Up. I'm going to go back to the chat. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? No, that's not the right button I wanted to press. I wanted to make sure it was working. Not a fail. I'm already a boy blunder as it is. Alright. So now we got that going. What's our mood music for the night? Obviously, just I mean, I kind of have to be in a mood to listen to ska. I was hoping more leaning toward like either lo-fi, synthwave, or some kind of video game remix of some kind. Trying to try and stay in that wheelhouse. All soft. Mallsoft Vaporwave VHS 1980s Nostalgia mixed by Drifted Dreams. Let's see what this sounds like. I'll have to adjust the volume. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now, is it drowning me out? Nah? Okay. This is gonna take a hot second for me to type it all out. So to remember how it's fucking spelled. There we go. That should probably be a command in and of itself right there. Alright, so apologies if I seem a little bit distracted. One of my fellow streamers, Ursa Marita, I've got her on my phone. She has gotten back from her several month-long vacation. Yeah, she's still streaming, so I've got her in one ear while I've got you guys in the other. So anyways, welcome back. Also, we got new gloves. We got legs and this little compression. Wow, that's so blown out. Why is that so blown out? Yeah, these are like compared to my other gloves, it's really just like hobo gloves. Yeah, they're just tossing. Just use that for a costume. I'm gonna put them in my prop box over there. But these are more like compression gloves because I don't know if you guys have noticed, if I go on for quite a while, my hands start to cramp. So hopefully this will help me. Hopefully. But anyways, where we last left off, we finished the head, shoulder cannons, backpack, and the torso and waist of the Guncannon. There we go. And I'm actually putting forth the extra effort of nub removal, even though I don't normally do that with high grades, just to give our relatively new Gunpla builder, Chickenborn, some little bit of insight, example, whatever you want to call it. Also, we bought some new sanding sticks, but actual like Gundam or Gunpla Bandai branded sanding sticks. I think this one's like 400. It's either 300 or 400 grit. This one's 600 and this one's 1100. And then this will go up back to the old ones where it's like 3200, 3600, 4000, 6000, 8000, and 12,000. Well over 9,000. But yeah, these are starting to wear out. I did buy a new one of God Hand sanding sponges. I'm not going to use those yet until these eventually wear out. I think I've got a spare of these somewhere. But anyways, we're going to start. We're going to try and finish this. Let's do the legs. Look at the legs. We got this boy standing. And then we'll finish up the arms and the beam rifle. That's really all that's left. It's really just the limbs. So, anyways, aside from other progress, if I do manage to finish this, we're not going to end it early, even though I probably should because I gotta wake up. We're going to keep continuing until we reach my usual stop time to continue with this boy right here, the MG Gundam Verka. I managed to get I got to finish the backpack. Got like 3 pieces of it right here, so a little bonus for you guys. Close this damn box though, if I can. All right, so feet, legs. What else should we call this? The Tarantino fetish. So yeah, how has everyone's week been? These both. Yeah, these are both sea runners. PC P6 is the right PC runner. I hope it is. I think this is the right one. This looks like the right one. Yeah, this is totally the right one. Because I had another I had 2 other PC runners. One was to the ground Gundam, and then there's just like the big PC runner sheet for the MG Verka. Alright, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? I don't know where Chicken's at. She told me that she finished 2 of the tall geese's feet. So she too is falling into the Tarantino fetish, granting PvP. Okay, cool. Alright. But yeah, Mike, we're not gonna be good for anime because I will be out the house by the time that starts out. Because my workshop tomorrow goes from 9 to 5, both tomorrow and Sunday. So I've got a workshop on the campus for certification to be an armor, to be on set. So that's gonna be fun. It was supposed to be longer. It was supposed to be like a 3-week long workshop because we were gonna do like melee weapons, but we couldn't get enough like people to fund all of that, so we're just doing a weekend long workshop of just doing firearm safety, working with blank firing guns, and getting certification for that. So that's gonna be, and that's good for me for 5 years, so I can get a job as a on-set armor or assistant armor. So that's gonna be fun. It would have been helpful if we got the melee weapons workshop. Well, I think that probably would have been like an extra $200 for that workshop, but I think it would have been worth it because we would have to, like, it's doing 2 weeks of just like messing around, doing safety, and then choreographing, like literally choreographing your own fight scene. You would get paired up, and I think that would have been like so much fun. I get to work with like a sword, and I think probably a knife, and I think a combination of the two. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe next time. The weird thing is that the most of the people taking the workshops are all from the theater section. There was like literally almost no people from the film section. I know of 2 other students, so there'd be 3, and then 2 of the teachers. So, I don't know if there's any more. I only recognize 2 people in the mailing list. But hopefully my professor got my message, because I did finish my screenplay. I sent him the link. I don't know if you read it. He hasn't replied back to me. The phone's right here. He has not. It still says it's delivered, not read. That's okay. He's got a kid to worry about, so I'm not gonna hold him against him. Here's the blast file for this. That's gonna be a thing for me this whole weekend. So Mike, you're good to just take a nap and do whatever. Because I won't get home until like probably close to 6 o'clock, and I need to eat dinner fast before the Resident Evil D&D with Batquin. That's at 7:30. Whether or not we do our campaign really depends on how sleepy we are, namely Ada. That's okay. I think the only one who's really suffering the lack of D&D is mostly Chicken. I mean, yes, we all been being deprived of it, but I mean, well, not so much because I am in it. But Chicken's the one that's been most vocal. It's kind of fun. I don't really know. Again, that depends on how awake the rest of us are, namely me and Ada and Batquin. So I think we've got a hard stop time. Let me see what our hard stop time is. Our hard stop time is okay. It's at 11. So most likely we probably won't have D&D. That's okay. You got us. You got me and Ada being a nuisance to Batquin some more, as per usual. So, what else is new? Strange. Hang on, why is this not going in? Why is this not fitting? There we go. Okay, it's just the red leg. Let's see, number 7. this is I don't think I could be able to really use the sanding switch. I'll probably use like the polishing ones. This is a bit of like the soft side of the plastic. It's like the harder one. It's almost like a poly cap. This track reminds me of something. I can't quite put my finger on it. But for the life of me, I can't really figure it out what it reminds me of. It's like some kind of, some video game soundtrack. Probably just save all the sanding and smoothing out for the red ones. Those are the ones that really have the problem with stress marks. These ones not so much. I say that now as I got this little one right here. Okay, close that. Where's this go? This fits in the hole. The square hole. Strange. Very strange. Strange engineering. C10, 14, and 16. This is not the right one. What? Oh, okay. So 14, 10. Segregated. But we are not. Ooh, I like this one. it's a little bit somber. It's like I'm walking around an abandoned mall, and I just found the arcade. Why is this giving me feelings? Need even front lines. Oh, you're good, you're good. Don't worry. It's a chill street, don't worry about it. Relax. Do your thing. Play your games. Build with me if you got a kit. But if you're gonna fall asleep, at least let me know. And I'll try to have a more soothing voice. That armor workshop since it's trying to think between deaths. Right quick, somebody kill me so I can type and respond in chat. Wait, where's this go? Okay. Oh, why did it cut it off? I was enjoying that track. Let's see. What store would this be? Oh, okay. I remember back when I was a kid, my mom would always have NPR's echoes on. Dude's voice put me to sleep all the time. Actually, you know what my sister and I would always do? We would put on Bob Ross. It's gonna be food court vibes. Okay, I can go with that. Although I can't really think too hard on the food court. It's just gonna make me hungry. You know how that always does. Chicken just messaged me. I don't think she even knows that I'm live, even though I told her that I was going to be live. You have salt and vinegar chips. I gotta be honest, Mike. I'm not a fan of salt and vinegar, so I'm sorry. But hey, look on the bright side. More for you. You can have mine. I'm a sour cream and onion kind of man. Sour cream and onion or cheddar sour cream. Damn it, Mike. I have no snacks. I just have coffee and cherry coke. Probably not a good combination. don't know. Should I have a stream snack, especially for these? And I probably shouldn't, considering. Because a fellow streamer, one of the other Gun Plus streamers that I follow and watch, you see me mention him, Dr. Feelgood, or Feelgood MD. Yeah, he likes having gummy bears. It's like there's like a, I think it's a channel points for D, where he'll pull a handful. You gotta guess which ones I think are like the blue ones or whatever. I don't know. Watching him just make me crave gummy bears, but thing is, it's got to be something that kind of complements the coffee, not conflicts with it. Maybe cookies? Cookies? I don't know. Why is my voice going out? But I feel like I've got cookies. I might have to like limit it somehow. Because if I don't control myself, I'm gonna end up eating all of it in one stream. Or a quarter of a stream. The fat ass that I am. Just make it a command. Or channel points redeemed. Cookie time! Wish Malamar's bird season. Ooh. I think we just found the Sun Coast. Aging myself here. How many people remember Sun Coast? That store was the shit. My dad and I loved going there. Mall didn't have Suncoast. We had Saturday Matinee. That's the same kind of store though, right? It's like what, I don't know, do they still have FYE these days? All the FYEs in my area closed. Much to my sadness, because I liked going there. But yeah, that was the FYE before there was FYE. That was such a fun place to go to, just because of all like the memorabilia. FYE doesn't even have what? This is heresy. It's an FYE that doesn't sell movies or CDs. That's the whole point. Yeah, I told you I was going to be starting early. I even told you to remind me. You wanted me to start early, so I did, and you completely forget. You did, and that was when I started setting up. Or were you like referring to yourself? Well, I didn't directly respond to you, but I said I was going to be setting up in the announcements or the thread channel, whatever you call it. So yeah, subject question, Chicken. Did you have in your local malls? Did you have a Suncoast? Oh, I used the wrong one. Do you miss it as much as I do? Suncoast was amazing. Like one of my that's literally a core memory with me and my dad. Because that was around the time that the Star Wars special edition movies were being produced and were about to release soon. And we went to Suncoast one day, and we saw this Darth Vader figure. It's about like that big, probably a little bit taller, and it's I think it was like a PVC figurine, and it's like one of the early, like just long before the prequels, and it didn't really have anything like moving limbs or anything, but the gimmick was that you could take off the helmet and you could see the scarred head, and we thought that was so cool. And what does my dad do the following Christmas? He gets it for me. Where is it now? Unfortunately, it did not survive. We should have kept it in a case. It probably would have been like a lot of money these days. Because we just had it sitting on a shelf, and accidents happen when somebody likes to vacuum a lot. Fortunately. But yeah, that was when we got that Darth Vader statue. We got, I think that was when we got the VHS re-release of the original trilogy on THX. That was before the special editions came out. Actually, hang on. The more I think about it, I think that was when I bought my first. No. I bought the Wing Gundam from a Toys R Us. I think. Because I do remember seeing them having Gundam kits. So there's a good chance that's where the Turn A kit came from. Because when I went to the Toys R Us to buy the Wing Gundam, oh so long ago, that all they had was just Gundam Wing. They didn't have any Turn A. So my guess is that they probably got the Turn A non-grade from Suncoast. Of course, I doubt they remember where. But that makes the logical sense considering. Nice. Vastly different from the high grade, right? Yeah, it's practically like you could make the entire leg without having the armor on it. It's a lot more moving parts. Yeah, there's more points of articulation in there. And one of the cool things to do with like real grades and master grades is just moving like the elbow and the legs, especially the legs, like seeing the knee joints just like move and see all like the moving parts. I love doing that. Yeah, if you like that, you're gonna love the RG Evangelions. Can't wait to put together your master grade Zazabi Verka and its 30 runners. Like my runner holder can barely hold like 10 without getting caught on each other. Which one? The one that pulled you out? Honestly, I kind of feel like watching that again. I don't think Mike was there. I don't think Mike was there when we were watching it, was he? I think he just missed it when he popped in. No, was that last weekend? When we were hanging out in the Discord voice chat, we were watching all those videos. Before you jumped in, after you were out partying and stuff when you came back, we were watching this. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it on. Because why the hell not? For hilarity. If I can find it. Is it one of those small foil stickers? Oh yeah, Chicken, did you see the onigiri videos that I linked you last night? Okay, I'll put those on. Because I just saw those. Okay, so that's this. What's that?
Onibro will be like, meow.
Pause it. Mike remembers these. He's seen these before. Put this in another window. Deuce. Why did you split it up? God dang it. Oh, for God's sakes. Stefidja. Why is it cropped like that? Don't jinx it. But good for you, but don't jinx it. Keep the music playing until I get this started. Stop hitting enter. Hopefully TOS doesn't get me with this.
Ooh, Gunpla. New builds a Wing Gundam version KAMG, the origin of ASMR Gunpla beat building. What's beat building? Ooh, I like the ASMR. Oh, you have to use tweezers. I didn't know this. I was gonna use hands for my Gunpla. Oh, did you guys hear that pop sound? Did you guys hear the pop 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 pop? Oh, I think I just busted. That
It's
sounds
coming
so
back.
good.
Should I continue?
I never have built a Gunpla, but I will be. I was gonna just use my hands. That sounded so good. Do it again. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty.
Please reply quickly before I get myself into trouble. I love how the chat's just like telling her, please stop.
My model literally glitched because I was moving so hard. This is raunchy. I can't watch this anymore. This is sexier than watching steak get made.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for this.
Who needs to listen to stuff when I...
Alright, so did you watch the other one? Where she tried to build kits? No? Okay.
Hi, everybody! They're thrifted latex gloves, guys. I found them under a bridge. Surely it's good. There was a little bit of like white ash, you know, on the gloves when I got them home, but I gave it a good wash. It's good now. Prostate? Who gives prostate exams with gloves like this? Anyways, we're actually going to be building of 3 figures. We have the Pikachu display that we got during the live stream.
It's an Eevee, not a Pikachu. Someone help Geary expand her culture.
Did I say Pikachu? I was looking at my Pikachu. I meant an Eevee. I didn't mean to actually say Pikachu. And this is the one. This is the entry crate Gundam that we got. And this was the Hachima that we got during the same IRL stream. I never opened it yet. The cover and everything is still on. And I have a Gyarados. Oh, look at her faces. They're so cute. And there's instructions. Okay. A few faces. I stole Hachima's face. Literally just peeled her skin right off. Look. Her face fell. There's literally 3 versions of her face that we stole right off. There's a frying pan. Oh, I can fry like the tiniest little egg. I was like, what is this? I thought it was a chicken. It's a hare. For Hachima, I'm not gonna look at the instructions and I'm gonna build it just using the sheer brain cell power. Yes, Giri is the best cook. I love Giri. I feel like her head's gonna come off soon. Can I? No one saw that. Art, guys. We were just appreciating the art. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Oh, and then, whoa! Look, she's so disgusted at you guys. Chat, look at her. Okay, let me rip her arms off now. Oh, I can take her legs off too? Stop. See, she's got little stubby legs too. That looks right. Yeah, a leg goes like that, right? Yeah, that looks correct to me.
Life is pain!
Let me change her arms. What's left and what's right? Does it matter? This is so... What am I doing to my poor Hachima? Oh, wait. Why does she have 2 left arms? This one, the thumb is on the top, which is correct. But this one, the thumb is on the bottom, which is wrong. Why does she have 2 left arms? Read the manual? Where's the fun in that? I did it. That's correct. That looks exactly like the picture. That looks 1-to-1. This, exactly the same. Okay, see? Hachima, done. Easy. Easy.
At that angle, she's looking at you in disgust.
She's looking at you guys in disgust, not me. She's disgusted to be beside Oni, bro. Honestly, who wouldn't be disgusted? These figures were meant for 6-year-olds. Lokusai Ijo. So obviously I'm older than 6 years old. So obviously I will never break any parts. First course of action, B1 and B8. I mean B8 and B5. B8.
So do we just rename this the Gyarados?
I don't look like that. I don't look like this. How does this resemble me in any shape, way, or form? I can barely see what I'm doing. Oh, it looks pretty good. Okay, I got the little face on and I stick it in the forehead. Okay, I'll put this in. I did it! According to this, I just... ew, why is his mouth kind of lumpy? See?
You can take as long as you like and waste your immortality like Jump King.
You know I'm only pretending to not know what I'm doing, right? I'm only
It's the step.
pretending just to get a reaction out of you guys. Yeah! Oh, look, the mouth is done.
Did I miss this one? Did not.
Hello? Triangle?
Oh, that's because A9 is a whole piece in and of itself, okay. I was like, did I miss a step? Where's the thigh?
On the other side? No, I don't think so. It says this side. Oh. Okay, well, the instructions gave me the... Okay, it told me to put it here. It told me to... Oh. You know, I like to make a few jokes here and there. I definitely knew which side was which side. It's literally a Gyarados. Everyone knows what a Gyarados looks like, right? I actually didn't know that a Magikarp evolved into a Gyarados. No wonder their lips look the same. It's got the same lips. Like this. Where does this go? Where do you want me to put this? It does not match. Where I'm holding it like this. Where does it go? Oh, I got it.
She struggles more with this than my nephew Jacob. He built his Pokemon.
Whoa. Hold on. Just keep swimming. Ooh, hello there.
And he's built a Dragonite, a Pikachu, a Charizard.
Hello.
What else?
The Eevee
Just built some
will
other ones, but those are
pose
the
no
three that I
challenge.
remember.
Literally, the Eevee is meant to be easier than the Gyarados. Surely, what can go wrong? These instructions are
Bitch
massive. Holy
instructions.
shit.
Okay, since the Gyarados question was too easy, name all EV lotions.
Eevee lotions? Are you milking the Eevees or something? What the f? That's disgusting. A215. That's what they said! That's literally what I heard. Don't tell me that's not what you heard. Eevee evolution. Oh, evolution! Eevee! In Japanese, it was called Blackie, but what was it called? The black one. Umbreon! Don't how many are there? 7 more? Shut the f up. Vaporeon.
Gary, I hope I don't get canceled because of you.
Ghosteon? Bladion? Buggy? Is there a Buggeon? Is there a Buggeon?
If you look close enough, you can see the steam coming out of her ears.
Poison Onion. Onion is a good. There's one Onion. See, now everyone knows the names. And clip it. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should we install the happy face or the really happy face? A or B? What the does C mean, chat? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna choose the pretty one because this one reminds me of Pom Pom. It's not. There it is. Haha. Don't ignore the fact that my sticker is a little bit not in the center. Does this bother you, chat? Does this bother you?
I don't know. Does it bother you, chicken?
What is wrong? Why are the ears fighting me right now? Sometimes there is perfection in imperfection. And look, these two are absolute perfection. See? Pikachu! Oh wait, hold on. Not animal. What does an Eevee say? Eevee.
Can you put the Eevee head on the Gyarados body?
Slept with your mama. Your mama is crazy. Your dad went away. I need my sleep, guys. I need my sleep. I'm tired. I think it's this way. Is this it? Yes, sir. I'm barely even reading the ingredients and I got it right.
So this is a high-level model, right?
Only the most mature of adults will understand how to make this. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Now I have a Pikachu and an Eevee. Yay! How hard can it be? How many pieces are we talking about here? Like 6 pieces, 7 pieces? It's gonna take like 10 minutes max. It's for 8 and above. Guys, we've moved up in the hardness level. Wait, the instructions aren't in color? Where's the color? How am I supposed to tell what goes where when everything is in black and white? Where's... No, literally, those tweezers don't even fit. Like, you're supposed to use your fingers. The pliers literally... No, my antenna!
You broke the
God, do you guys
V-fin.
see that? It's really, really tiny. We don't... No. We don't celebrate or exalt untouched Gundams, okay? Gundams are meant to go to war and fight battles. And what's a few battle scars? Nothing. Oh my God, there's no way an 8-year-old can finesse pieces this small.
Breathe air.
These pieces are so small.
Back to differ, Gary.
Okay, can I just hot glue this shit? I am this close to just hot gluing it. Oh, I did it. Ha! I did it.
My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic...
Wait, no? Yes? No. Yes. Okay, head in. Oh, okay. Oh! Our little man has arms.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, Okay, you guys cringe now. Literally give anything to Onibro. Okay, for example, if I gave a mouse to Onibro, Onibro will be like, meow, meow, trying to find headquarters here. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, now it's cool. When I did it, it was cringe. Certified toy boy. How is this supposed to go in? Oh. Aha! Band. Like this? Is the foot supposed to move this much? Is that normal? This is his dick, so I put it in like this. It's not very stable though. Is that normal? It's not very safe. Okay, what does this say? Bandai Pura Model. Huh? This picture is showing that there is a button of some sort in his crotch. Okay, let me spread his legs. I don't... Or, it's a robot. It's not TOS. Maybe it is this way. Maybe his ass is his dick. No? This way? Is this not what cool kids do? Can you guys see? My ball is too small. I wouldn't understand. My ball is too small. Has this ever happened to anybody before? So I stick it in like this, right? And then even if I try... Oh, I didn't push it in. Okay, done. Strike Gundam, done. Let me see if I can ride Magikarp now. Spread your legs open, man. Wait, you can actually ride him. Get a good straddle going on. All right, yeah. See, it's not going anywhere. My Gundam is like locked in there. It locks onto the Magikarp. It's not going in. Wait, so okay, so what did we do today? So we made a Hachama. Now this face kind of makes sense. We did one Eevee, which kind of looks like Pom Pom. One Gyarados that moves.
That face is chat watching the Gunpla get mutilated.
My pain is constant and sharp, and I do not hope for a better world for anyone.
Okay, everyone. I think we can sign off here. Thank you for joining, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet. I keep forgetting about that.
Legendary model kit, which was made when...
Pull back.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel where, if you know me, you'll know that I love nothing more than painting Warhammer, but not just any run-of-the-mill Johnny Space Marine Warhammer, because for some ungodly reason, my brain and creative juices tend to gravitate towards the crustiest, ugliest, and most importantly, the oldest
Mike, look, it's
miniatures that
Luis.
this hobby has
You're like,
to
you
offer.
remember
And for a
Luis?
while now, that's kind of become my entire jam and sort of a subsect of the hobby
Future
that I've come
ex-wife.
to really enjoy and that somehow keeps me sane. Taking old Warhammer miniatures, scrubbing them up, giving them a fresh lick of paint, and then hopefully a very impressive before and after transformation. Just like this guy here. Ta-da! But something which I haven't tried and I guess I'd never considered is that I could be doing the exact same thing with my latest hobby obsession, Gundam. Gundam, in my mind, as someone who's only fairly recently gotten into it, is a thoroughly modern hobby, but that's probably because the kits that I've been buying, building, and enjoying have all been released in the last 10 years and contain all the best of the best
Oh yeah, she
qualities,
built the
colour
fucking
separations,
PGU.
engineering marvels and gimmicks that Bandai, one of the biggest toy companies in the world, has to offer. But even Gundam must have had its very own humble beginnings, and that got me thinking, what was the first ever Gundam kit? What did it look like? How did it build? And how is it different from the modern Gundam kits that we know and love today? Well, today I am here to answer all of these questions and more because I managed to get my hands on the first Gundam model kit ever made, and we are going to give it the full Rogue Hobbies crusty old miniature makeover. Yay. So get comfy and stick around, because in this video we are not only going to take a detailed deep dive into this legendary model kit, which was made when Games Workshop was just the twinkle in a nerd's eye, but also I'm going to see just how far I can push this somewhat dated model kit into the 21st century using all of my skills as a professional
Look at that! Holy
miniature
crap!
painter. Makeover. Whoosh.
See that's the actual like original kit, not like the one that I built. That's like already pre-molded in the colors. Oh, I think there is a version of that revival kit that is all white that you could paint.
In fact, as you can see here,
I
I've
think.
kind of been stockpiling and dragon hoarding.
Oh
these
dang! Okay,
old
she's got the
Gundam
Mark
kits for a while
II.
now,
She
mostly because
has
I
what's
think
that?
they just look awesome. I
GM.
absolutely adore the kind of maximalist vintage Japanese graphic design on all the boxes,
Zaku.
and I especially love
Zaku
the
1.
sick 80s art of all the mobile suits on the fronts as well. It's all just extremely.
Where did she get all
hell yeah.
these?
But
I didn't even know they
admit
even
that
still
whilst I
made
do now
these.
have a pretty strong collection of these bad boys, I have yet to crack open or build a single one of them. Classic me. But fortunately for all of us here today, including myself, the time to do so is right now. And like I hinted to earlier, we're not just going to pick any old kit to unbox and build and react to. We are going straight for the OG and, in fact, the very first Gundam model kit to ever be produced, which is this RX-78 2-suit right here. That's right, this guy here was the very first Gundam kit ever, and it was released in Japan in July of 1980, just a year after the franchise first aired on TV, and it was sold for just 300 yen, or I think around £1.50 in Great British
That's roughly
pounds,
like
which
$3.
is pretty cheap. I'm sure it was more expensive back then because conversion rates and time, but still, pretty cheap, pretty good. And whilst this is technically the oldest Gundam kit ever, he's maybe not actually as old as you may think he is. Let me explain.
Let's get
Gundam,
mine.
and I guess Bandai have this fun thing where they will reprint their kits periodically, and some go as far as to say that Bandai have kind of never stopped producing these very old kits since their initial releases. So all of these vintage boxes, whilst having original release dates which could range from the 80s to the early 90s, may have actually been produced and come out of the factory anywhere from the late 90s to the swingin' 20s. And what's even better, or maybe worse depending on how much you love grungly old miniatures, is that Bandai don't do a lot to update the miniatures when they reproduce them. Insofar as the molds they're using now to churn these model kits out are the same ones, or at least near identical to the ones that they used when they first got released. And opening up one of these boxes 40 years later is apparently an exactly identical experience as doing the same in the 80s. And apparently they have also kept the vintage price tag on these miniatures, as in if you wanted to buy one in Japan, it would still be 300 yen. And I don't know if that's true, but if it is, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I won't be able to tell you for sure exactly how old and crusty this particular box here is until I open it up and take a look at the sprue. But an easy way to tell at a glance roughly when your kit is from, if you have one of these reprints, is to have a
Good
look
lord,
at which
122?
iteration of the Bandai logo is on the side of the box. Mine is the red Bandai logo before it became the modern blue Bandai Namco one, which means that this reprint is probably from around the 90s to the early 2000s. So with that brief history lesson out the way, let's finally crack open this bad boy and take a little look at what Bandai's very first Gundam model kit actually looked like. Oh, it kind of just looks like modern Warhammer. Okay, and honestly, given that I went into this kit completely blind and I did no prior research at all to kind of avoid the spoilers, this was honestly a bit of a surprise. The kit comes with and is essentially entirely comprised of two very simple looking greenish white sprues, or I guess in this case runners, and a small folded double-sided assembly guide which has printed color on the front and shows a runner rundown, a color guide, and of course the construction guide entirely in Japanese. Taking a more detailed look at the sprues themselves here is unfortunately a little bit tricky because of this bright sort of greenish off-white color, which is sucking in my strong overhead light and kind of spewing it back out at the camera in a very unpleasant way. But yeah, the detail on the plastic itself here looks pretty good and actually not bad at all, I'd say. The sculpt is simple, that's for sure, with a bunch of big smooth panels and areas, but around the more detailed areas like the gun and the face, this model looks like it's come out of the plastic mold, sharp and crisp. And now that we can see the runners clearly, I can confirm using these handy little dials here on the side of the sprue that this particular reprint was made in August of 1993, making it just 1 year younger than me. Anyways, despite the sprue itself looking at a glance quite modern and even alright actually, it does become a little bit more dated, of course, when you compare it to modern Gundam or even modern Warhammer. Modern Warhammer plastic sprues, as we know, can be insanely detailed and fine and glorious to behold, and of course comparing this sprue to modern Gundam is almost night and day as well, considering just how far Bandai has come with their color separation, engineering, and all the cool gimmicks that we recognize
Which one's
in
that?
Gundam in the modern age. However, I know what you guys are thinking because honestly, when I opened the box up, it was the first thing that I thought too. And that is, isn't it crazy that at the same time that Games Workshop were smelting their first lead miniatures and rocks like the impoverished orcs in Mordor, Bandai were releasing what looks like semi-modern Warhammer. And like, yeah, that is kind of amusing, but it does make sense, and I'm gonna explain why. We have to remember that in the 80s, Bandai was one of the largest toy companies in the world and was the biggest in Japan, and at the same time, Games Workshop was just a room full of D&D nerds with cool hair and a dream. So I think it's a bit of a disservice in hindsight to maybe compare and contrast Games Workshop's humble casting and smelting beginnings in the 80s to Bandai's phenomenally financially and technologically backed first ever kit. However, it is still just a little bit funny to think that 3 years after this very modern kit was made, this little guy got released by what is now a company making a sort of similar quality thing. Anyways, with all that being said, let us finally get round to building this old baby man. Yeah. Now, the first thing I noticed when I was building this kit was the quality of the plastic, and I don't know if this is just like a 90s kit thing, but the plastic here did feel a little harder and a touch on the brittle side compared to what I'm used to with modern Gundam. So for that reason, I chose not to use my fancy god hands, but instead I opted for these very sturdy but still kind of fancy steady clippers that I usually use for my Warhammer building. But the second thing, which makes this kit a lot different from regular modern Gundam, is that this kit requires glue to assemble it. Shocking, I know. And this is a bit of a laugh, I suppose, for us Warhammer guys who, in all of our 30 plus years of having plastic kits, have never and probably will never own a miniature which does not require glue to assemble. So I find it kind of funny to imagine that for a die-hard Gundam fan, the concept of assembly using glue is archaic, old-fashioned, and maybe even a turn-off for building this kit. But fortunately for me, I was born in the dark. You merely adapted it. Brain. Oh yeah, and also the instructions for this kit, like I said earlier, are the exact same as they were in the 80s and thus are absolutely not translated into English like modern kits are as well. But still, the diagrams were clear and simple and easy to understand, and of course, Google Translate is a thing, so I really wasn't finding following along to be the most complicated thing in the world either. But concerning the build process itself, I I was finding myself being actually quite pleasantly surprised and a little bit impressed as well, because even on this first ever kit, there is still articulation built into the model. The head can move on its socket, and each of the arms and legs also have 3 points of articulation too, which gives it quite good movement. And obviously, it's nothing like the posability of modern Gundam model kits today at all, but still, it's very cool and really impressive to see that this very first kit still had some posability built into it. But as I continued to build it and put everything together, I did realize quite soon that whilst the kit looks impressive and it looks like, I don't know, modern Warhammer and all that jazz, in reality, it was a little bit ropey. There are a lot of gaps, seam lines, and kind of wonky connections on this kit. And to kind of get around that, I was using a lot of plastic glue, which meant that I could kind of melt the parts together, let them cure fully, and then scrub the seams and the messy bits as hard as I could with my little sandpaper sticks to make everything a lot smoother. But eventually I got him polished off, glued together, and finally assembled, but loosely. Kinda loosely. As in, some of the joints, when I popped them all together, were just kind of not jointing, and they were a bit on the loosey-goosey side, and that meant that he kept on, like, crumbling, squeaking around, and falling over under his own weight, which made him a little bit of a nightmare to photograph and film, but also it was kind of funny to watch, so whatever. But saying all of that, for a kit that was released in 1980 nothing, I think that he's pretty rad. Whilst it's obviously nowhere near reaching the glitz and glam and technological feats of modern Gundam, it's still cool, detailed, recognizable, and posable. Kind of. But as is painfully obvious here, this model, when it's fully assembled, looks nothing like he does on the front or the side of the box, and is in dire need of a few licks of paint. And a knee brace. Damn. Before we get into the proper painting, I have to make a confession here, which is that I did end up gluing him into position with a little bit of super glue. I just couldn't deal with him constantly being all wiggly and squeaky and performing admittedly very sickening death drops on me when I was painting him. So sorry if his lack of articulation causes any distress for you Gundam fans. My bad. Either way, the instruction booklet he comes with has this handy little guide to coloring the model, which includes instructions to use water-based paints and always paint with the windows open, but I don't have windows in my room, so we're not doing that. And also, I love fumes. They make me happy. The guide calls for what is only a few colors over what I believe is just the bare off-white plastic of the model itself. But because I'm me and I'm kind of extra or stupid, depending on who you ask, we won't be doing any of that. And instead, we are going to prime this entire miniature black and paint it like it's Warhammer. And if you're sat there asking, now Louise, why would you prime a dominantly white miniature in black
Mike's over there
primer?
probably going
Well,
like,
there's
oh,
a
woman
very
after
good
my own
reason
heart.
for that, and that's because... Anyways, I decided that instead of keeping it super simple like the instructions guided me to, or instead of making him look very modern with a grimy, weathered paint job like I have done with some of my previous painted Gundam models, I'd instead honor the source material and also the era that he's from as much as I could by trying to recreate that very graphic box art style on the miniature itself. My plan to execute this style was to basically try and make some bolder light and shadow choices, especially with my white tones, utilize the big sharp details and panels to make some big smooth gradients, and then finish everything off with some crisp edge highlights to kind of recreate this very graphic and almost cel-shaded style. And as someone who admittedly isn't the most competent in the world at working out light placement on miniatures, this was honestly a little bit of a struggle for me. Like, I always feel like when I try and do this style of painting, I'm just not bold or brash enough, and even when I am bold with my color choices, I just don't kind of get it enough for it to look good. So once I'd finished all the whites on the head, I was a little bit worried about how this was all going to come together in the end, until I started to add in all the other super iconic and popping colors on the head, and then I was like, oh, never mind, this is fine actually. It's funny how returning to my comfort zone, which is extremely bright colors, suddenly made what felt like a
That
bit
is so
of a
cool.
rocky start kind of click for me, and I was full steam ahead doing these yellows on his chest here, which I think may be some of the nicest yellows I've ever done. Another thing which really rewired my brain into successfully painting in this style was learning how to use gradients in the most effective way possible. So as you can see here on the chest, I really went to town and spent ages creating the smoothest rich blue blend that I could. And here is the secret sauce. Even though the imaginary light source is theoretically coming from the top down, I made the lighter color be at the bottom of the gradient and not the top. And this kind of makes the area look shinier because the light is bouncing around at the bottom, just like it does when we're painting something very shiny like a gemstone. Either way, I think it was definitely a mixture of these big smooth gradients, some bold shadow and light placements, and some lovely neat edge highlights that was absolutely selling this paint job for me, and was also making
That
it
is
super fun to
insanely
do
good.
as well.
Look at that.
Being said, when it came round to painting the legs, my brain was kind of fried a little bit, and I really did my best to be very, very smart and start plotting in the blocks of highlights and shadows, but I really struggled to get them looking correct in this area, which is funny because on the little miniature version of this exact same suit, the legs were actually my favorite part to paint. But these legs were big and chunky and weirdly shaped, and no shame to the legs themselves, I think they're stunning, but like I said, I just struggled a lot with the light placement here, and it was a bit of a nightmare to work out, and in the end the legs just aren't the best work that I've ever done. But that's okay, and I'm cool admitting that, because miniature painting is about practicing and struggling and learning from that struggle, and that is something I definitely did do here, and I think the legs don't look that bad in the end, so yay me. All of his accessories, however, like his big old shield, his beam saber, and his awesome gun, I'm glad to say were really good fun to paint, but it was here that I did break one of my own rules just a little bit on this miniature. I told myself at the beginning of this project that I was going to do my best to keep the paint job kind of simple and, most importantly, as close to the cover art as I possibly could, and this meant no extra adding of panels, no freehanding, no chipping or weathering, and especially no cool modern painting effects. And trust me, this was a struggle because I really wanted to paint in
Look at
the
that shield.
iconic Earth Federation logo onto that big blank space on the shield, but it's not on the artwork, so I resisted. However, when it came to the weapons, I did end up doing just a few extra little effects. On the beam saber, I decided that it was a bit boring being just red, so I added a small glowy effect just at the bottom to make it look a little bit more engaging and cool, and on the gun, I couldn't resist freehanding.
Yeah, that's
in
kind of how I
this
did
totally
my
sick lens onto that
N2 and Alex
extremely flat surface on the
high
stove,
grade,
which
because it
I
didn't have a
think ended
clear
up looking really cool. So I think
clear
it's
part
okay
for the
that I
beam
broke the
saber.
rules twice.
It was
just
all
as a
white, so I
little
ended up
treat for me,
painting it with like a
especially
mix of
after I suffered so
glossy
much on the
white
legs. So I
and
think it's
almost
fine.
like
But with the main suit all painted and
upright
put
pink.
together, it was time to answer what is
Pretty
always
proud of
my
that.
least favorite question, which is, how should I base him? So on paper, I guess this guy doesn't really need a base. Like, I have a bunch of free range, freestanding, free bird Gundams on my shelf, just chilling out and being cool guys. But since his pose is a little bit wobbly and he is an old man, I thought it would be best if he had just a bit more support on him. But fortunately for me, I had a cunning plan to use his base as an opportunity to make this miniature resemble the box art even more. Just like Like the Disney princess's famous pink void of the 2010s, our Gundam's void is this awesome backlit green spotlight, which I think looks super cool. So we are definitely going to be paying a homage to that on our base. The standard Gundam base is usually this big clear acrylic hexagon, so I decided to kind of riff on that and also incorporate the same design as my previous sculpted Gundam base, which I made for my Gundam Assemble miniature, to kind of produce this big fat hexagon Gundam base, which I think looks really neat. In order to liken it back to our delightful green void, I chose to paint the base in the same sort of glowy green colors as the one on the box. And again, I'm really not used to painting a lot of flat surfaces, especially at this ungodly large scale. And because I'm too lazy to get an airbrush or airbrush anything these days, there was a lot of going back and forth with balancing my colors with this super big fluffy dry brush, and there was even more trusting the process here. But in the end, I think the base looked really good. And with the base done and dusted, it was time to put the whole thing together, and well, that would be giving it away. So let's cut right to the beauty shots. Let's go.
Like number 2, nice. So what's the next step? The waist?
And here he is, Gundam's very first model kit, given a thoroughly modern makeover. And I gotta say that this was the most fun to do. Like I said before, whilst I have painted a few Gundam kits in the past, I've never gone this hard or used such a fun reference before. And as usual, when it comes to me painting these kits, I ended up once again learning a whole lot from doing so. It seems that whenever I paint up one of these guys, it pushes me out of my nice small scale Warhammer comfort zone and forces me to think about miniature painting in an entirely new way, which
I
also
like
kind
somebody
of
else's
forces me
stream.
to improve my skills a whole lot. In this case, I think it was all of those smooth gradients and areas of bouncing light that taught me loads about how to make a mini look cool, clean, and graphic without it looking messy or overworked. And I can't wait to translate these new skills onto a smaller miniature.
A stream within a stream within
I
a
think
stream.
this guy looks awesome. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you love this old school paint job on this old school miniature, or do you wish that maybe I had modernized him a bit more with some weathering and modern techniques to bring him a little bit more into the 21st century?
Actually, funny you
And
mentioned
speaking of
that.
which, I really have to stress the point that by the time I got to the end of painting this miniature,
Because
in fact,
that's
I think
technically
that
what the
around
next
halfway
video is going to
through,
be.
I completely forgot I was painting the world's first Gundam kit. Like, I truly entered my flow state, and upon reflection, whilst the building stage was a little bit shaky at the start, I think that this kit is
But
awesome,
right now we're
cool,
watching
and
Mike's
really
future
well
ex-wife.
detailed. And actually, painting it as a modern painter 40 plus years after its release didn't feel that different from what I usually do, and I think that's pretty cool. This model has really stood the test of time, and I can't wait for him to be displayed proudly and without shame.
Oh, she did the
next
RG
to his
2.0?
much younger,
A bunch of
more articulated
SDs.
brothers. But I'm afraid that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thank you for being rogues. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
There she goes, Mike. Say bye. Alright, time for a picture in picture. And picture.
Start building Gunpla? Yes, me. I've never built Gunpla.
Time for chicken to be called
How
out
do I build
again.
Gunpla? Alright, Ikuzo. Let's watch. For you guys.
You want to start building Gunpla,
They're
but maybe
starting
you don't know where
Gunpla.
to start.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I don't blame you. After all, where does one even begin with such a
This is
massive hobby?
Emery
So much
reacts to the
misinformation and
ultimate
so many
Gunpla
misconceptions
beginner's
surrounding
guide.
The hobby, it's very easy for beginners to be turned away and intimidated at
Entry
first glance.
grade.
But that's why I'm here, to clear
Or
up any
any kit that
misconceptions or questions you
you
might
want.
have about this hobby. If you're looking to learn about Gunpla, stick around, because I'm about to turn your intimidation into excitement. My name
Oh,
is
yeah.
UC Gundam, and welcome to the ultimate beginner's guide to Gunpla.
Also, in my opinion, you do not need to see any of the anime to build these kits. The anime is just like a side thing, I feel like. Knowing the lore makes it cooler, but there's a lot of kits I've been building. I don't know any of the context, but I'm just like, oh, this kit is cool, I pick it up, I build it, right?
I
Yeah,
like knowing the
so-
context, Emery.
Mm-mm-mm.
before we get started, there's a couple of things I wanted to touch on. I'll try not to say too much, but these are important, so bear with me. First off, this is not a
Sailor
video
Moon
on
stickers.
how to customize your Gunpla. In this video, we will only be covering the bare basics of what Gunpla is, how to get into the hobby, and how to snap together your very
Ooh.
first Gunpla kit. So if you're looking for a tutorial on how to
Yeah,
panel line,
snap.
or how to
Snap
paint
together.
your kits, or
That's the
do
best
custom
part.
scribing or anything like that,
I like
you're
the
not going to
snapping
find
sound.
it here, and I'm sorry. This is a guide for
Of
the
Gundam.
absolute beginner.
Gunpla.
Now, secondly, this video will be heavily categorized. Information will be separated into digestible chunks, and if you scroll down, there will be a pinned comment with a table of contents, including
Oh, yeah.
timestamps to each category. If you need something specific answered, you don't have to watch the whole video, you can just skip right to the section you need. That being said, if you enjoy the video and you find it informative, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel.
Like and
Anyways,
subscribe.
that's all I've got to say before we
I'll
get
give a
started,
like.
so let's get right into it.
Yeah. And a subscribe.
Now,
Like
there's
and
a few
subscribe.
misconceptions I've heard floating around from time to time from people discussing Gunpla who don't really know anything about the hobby. And no, I don't mean people spreading misinformation to try to lead people astray. I just mean more like misconceptions that newcomers may have that might deter them from wanting to get into Gunpla. The first one I
Ooh, I
always hear
wonder.
about is, do you need to paint Gunpla? I can't tell you how many times I've
Yeah.
suggested that somebody get into Gunpla, and I get, but I don't want to build Gunpla because I don't want to have to paint my model kit.
See, that's the great thing about Gunpla. You don't need to paint. If you want to custom it, you could paint. But otherwise, all the colors are already there.
Well, then you're in luck because you don't have to paint them.
It's
in
so
fact,
easy.
painting your Gunpla kits is usually considered customizing
Yeah.
or going the extra mile. The plastic parts for
Take a
Gunpla
look,
kits
it's the
are
Dead
already
Scythe Hell.
pre-colored for you, aside from maybe some fine details.
You sure you don't
and
want to
some
add that to your
color
wish list?
stickers.
Ooh.
What you'll usually get straight out of the box is more or less a color accurate model kit. Now, of course, if you do want to go that extra mile, you definitely can paint your model kits,
Look
and
at
a
this
lot of people do,
Batman-looking
but it's
Gundam.
not required. Misconception number 2 would be, isn't Gunpla hard to build?
Thank
And
you
to
for the
that I would say,
follows.
no, it's actually very straightforward
Yeah,
and
it's so
simple.
easy to
Even
build.
for a first-timer, brand new beginner, as long as
Yeah.
you can follow labels and picture instructions, you will be fine. Generally, there's absolutely no glue required for assembly.
It's so easy to build, I say. Me, like, an hour ago, spending, like, 30 minutes on one step. Because I was too dumb. But, no, it is fairly easy for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, you just cut pieces, or you don't even need to cut if you're doing, like, entry grade, and you just snap them together. Yeah. How goes the plastic addiction? Oh my gosh. You know, I don't think I can get out of it anymore. As I said earlier, I'm chasing that first high, you know, the first kid I built. I'm not chasing, you know, but
Plastic addiction, you say. Excuse me
it's
one
funny
second.
wording it that way.
Okay.
The first kid I built was so good, I haven't looked back since. I just kept building. Eventually, I want to try painting, but it seems so intimidating. I feel you. Me too. But yeah, also no glue needed unless you break apart. But
No,
yeah,
don't
no
worry, I
glue
didn't start
needed is
anything.
so nice too.
You're good.
And I only say generally because I think there's some random
Tall
old
geese.
kits that may require some glue here and there, but for the most part, everything just snaps together.
I think that one's the
Assembly
Archie.
is almost always easy, and once you know what you're looking at, the
I
instructions
think.
are easy to follow as well. So don't be worried or intimidated about having to assemble some super difficult, complex thing, when in reality, it's more akin to building a Lego set. You just
That's
have to
true.
cut the parts out yourself. Now, the last misconception
Dude, Lego set comparison is actually so real. Yeah, like there's, you know, if you buy, you know, a bigger kit, you know, there will be more parts, but it's not like the difficulty really increases, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, the ancient kits. Yeah, also the older kits might be a little bit more difficult than newer kits, just because the instructions aren't as clear. But the newer kits are better with those. Like, yeah. My first kit was an MG. Unfortunately, it was an MG Goof Custom. Why? Unfortunately. First idea, Lego Gunpla. Is that a thing? I don't know.
I would like to clear up is, doesn't it cost a lot of money? Well, yes, but also technically no. It's all up to you on how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
But actually, a lot of the kits
You
that
should drink some
probably
water,
want to start
chicken.
off as a beginner can be found for around $10 to $20.
Dude.
However, if you're like me and you absolutely get
kits.
sucked into the hobby, you may find yourself spending a lot more money than you originally envisioned. Trust
No, don't call me out like this. Don't call me out like this. But yeah, dude, the entry grade kits like $10. Yeah, super cheap. $10, you know? And it'll be fun. It'll be fun, I promise. It'll make you want to build more. And then you spend another $10. Then you spend $100. Then you spend another $100. you have backlog. Woo! Dude is calling me out. Yeah, look at that wallet. Oh no. Backlog, yay! Yeah, don't be like Emily, or you can be like me. Yeah, you'll have fun. Trust, I'm having fun, right, guys? Yeah.
Are you having fun, chicken?
Well, it's been a lot lighter ever since I found out about this hobby.
Yeah,
so
the
that's
Pokemon
about it
kits
for the
do go hard.
misconceptions, or
Yeah,
at least
but
the
they're not
ones
exactly
that I commonly
Gunpla.
hear. The main thing I'd like everyone to take away from this is basically if you're nervous or intimidated about starting to build Gunpla, don't be. I promise you, it's not as bad as you think, and almost everyone can do it. Now, if you are a true beginner, one question on your mind might be, what is Gunpla? Well, to me, it's the thing that keeps me broke and could probably be classified as an actual addiction at this point. But seriously, Gunpla is the official name given by Bandai to their line of plastic model kits based around the series Mobile Suit Gundam. And if you don't know what Mobile Suit Gundam is, it's a TV show with its first series that premiered in 1979. And it's about space and death and
Space.
Anyways, nobody really cares about that. Back
I've
to
seen that
Gunpla.
meme.
So the word Gunpla itself is a portmanteau of Gundam and Plamo. Plamo being shorthand for plastic model. So essentially, Gunpla means Gundam plastic model. So to summarize, if it's a model kit of something,
Should I make that a sounder?
Gundam, it's Gunpla. It doesn't even necessarily have to be made by Bandai. Sure, that is their official term for their line of kits, but there is Gunpla made by third-party sellers such as brands like Supernova. People
It's the
might
sounder
argue
of
the
Tim
semantics
Curry
of
saying
whether a
space.
third-party kit can be considered Gunpla,
Never
but
built
you don't need to
those.
concern yourself with that. All you need to know is that Gunpla means Gundam plastic model.
Yeah, easy. Gundam plastic model.
So it looks like you've got your first Gunpla kit in front of you, huh? Well, I bet you're pretty excited to tear into it and go to town, huh?
Zeta
But
Gundam.
where are your tools? You are going to use the right tools, right? Hey, what are you doing? No, stop. What are you doing? You can't just pull the parts off the runners with your grubby little hands. Stop. Start over.
Destroy the box.
All right, so seriously now, you do need some tools before you can get
That's a
started
nice-looking
working on Gunpla. If we're being extremely basic, you only need one. All you really
It's not the
need
wing
to
Gundam,
assemble
it's a
your first
freedom
Gunpla
gun or
kit
strike gun,
is a
whatever
pair of
what
hobby
this
cutters.
Gundam
These are
is.
common.
Wire cutters. No, I'm joking. Hobby cutters. I mean, but if you really want, I mean, you know, if you want to use wire cutter, I think it'll make it more difficult. But I don't know. Maybe depending on the wire cutter, it might still cut clean, right? Yeah. Yeah. As long as it looks like this, right? As long as it looks like this, you can use it. Yeah. Oh, true. Just rip them out with your hands like a caveman. Yeah. You could do that too. Real builders use kid scissors for the runners. No way. Kid scissors. You know, whatever works, right? Bolt cutters. Oh, okay. Nail clippers in my earlier years. Oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. I guess that could work too. Yeah, you just slide them in and cut. Yeah, just have a tool that can cut. Yeah. Yeah, there's some kids you could just rip off the runner. Yeah, some kits. Did I say kids? Kits. Hear me out. Use your teeth. Oh my god, that's mega curse.
Referred to as side cutters or nippers. This is the tool you'll be using to cut parts off of runners. And if you don't know what runners are, don't worry, I will be explaining it later.
Don't
Now
worry.
people might be wondering, what brand should I go with? Which side cutter should I pick out? Well, if you're just starting out, it doesn't really matter as long as they look something like this. Of course, cheaper cutters will not do as good of a job as expensive ones, but if you're just starting and you're just looking to get the job done, don't sweat it. I still to this day personally use a pair of generic cutters and they work just fine. Of course, if you do want something high end and you're looking for the best cutters you can get, you could look into something like God Hand because those are usually regarded as some of the best ones you can get. However, like I said, if you're a total beginner, don't sweat it. Just make sure you have a pair of one of these on hand. Now, one other tool that I would recommend that you have on hand is either an X-Acto knife or some form of sandpaper or files. Basically, what these will be used for is to clean up the surface of the part after you cut it off of the runner. This process is called nub removal, but I will explain that in a later segment. All you need to have handy as a basic beginner is a pair of side cutters and either
yes, a butter knife to remove parts. Yeah, true. Yeah, use some kitchen cutlery, you know, to build your Gunpla. Yeah. Nail files. I mean, you know, if it sands, it does the job. It does the job. I mean, I don't sand my Gunpla, so like here I'm like, you know, you don't even need it. But like if the nubs bother you, yeah, you could sand it down.
an X-Acto knife, or some sandpaper. I also personally like to have a cutting mat under anything I'm working on. So now that you know what tools you need, it's time to pick out a kit to work on. But you might be asking, where do you buy Gunpla from? Don't worry, I'll tell you everything you need to know right now.
Yeah. Where do I get my plastic?
So you're in the market to buy Gunpla, but the question is, where do you get it from? Maybe you've looked around and haven't really found anything. Maybe you've even looked at a few local hobby
I like
shops
the elevator
with no luck.
music.
But don't worry, you still have plenty of options available to you. The vast majority of your Gunpla shopping will probably have to be done online. Of course, there are some physical retailers that do stock Gunpla. If you're in the West like me, specifically America, you have to remember that Gunpla is a niche within an already pretty niche hobby. Over in Japan, they have Gunpla in 7-Elevens, but over here, the pickings are often pretty slim as far as physical sales go.
I want the 7-Eleven Gunpla. It looks so nice. It's kind of like Sprite colored. I don't know. It kind of looks like it. Yeah. I want the 7-Eleven Gunpla. One day, one day, one day.
However, certain places like Barnes & Noble and even some GameStops do stock Gunpla, albeit in
GameStop
small
does?
amounts.
I didn't know.
I'm personally fortunate enough to live next to a couple of hobby stores that stock a ton of it, but I know that's not the case for everyone. So if you are like most people and have no physical retailers or very limited supply near you, here are some places you can go to find excellent Gunpla selections online. Some of the largest trusted names in Gunpla shopping are HobbyLink Japan, USA Gundam Store,
Yeah.
Gundam Planet, Mandarake, and you can even get Gunpla on Amazon. Those are the main places that many people tend to buy their kits from. However, there are
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon, but I will really discourage Amazon if you care about your boxes arriving in good shape. You know, if you have Amazon Prime, obviously shipping's gonna be cheap. If you need a kit fast, like sometimes, you know, I've had to order from Amazon just because I needed a kit like right away for like a stream, right? I get it from Amazon. But the boxes, oh my god, Amazon workers do not care about what state your Gunpla kit is gonna arrive in. So if you care about it arriving like in a good state, do not buy from Amazon. But if you need it really quick, you know, whatever, right? If you have any hobby stores
Yep.
nearby, that would
It'll come
always
in
be the
beat
best
up.
place to just grab it. But otherwise, you could get online from like
I'll
Gundam
be building
Planet,
you someday.
USA Gundam, you know,
Someday.
there's websites online. I bought from them and they're both good.
still a few smaller businesses here and there that carry Gunpla too. And thanks to developments from Bandai as of late, if you're a Westerner like me,
Maybe
from
we can finally
America,
watch
you can now get stuff
Shar's
from the
Counterattack,
Premium
amazing
Bandai
anime.
website. Hold on. What is Premium Bandai? Well,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
basically
Oh god, part 5! Time skip.
Premium Bandai, often shortened to P Bandai, is the name given to a selection of kits only
Wait, we're already
available
on
on the
part
Premium Bandai website.
didn't realize.
Up until recently, these kits were only available inside
thought
of
he was
Japan,
joking.
but as I said earlier, Bandai is making a move to bring P Bandai to the West. P Bandai kits often have a very limited production run and are therefore much more rare than standard Bandai
This
kits.
is where your wallet
P Bandai
cries.
is oftentimes
Mhm.
restored, but sometimes they are brand new kits entirely. Although these kits can be really hard to get your hands on, don't be discouraged because they don't make up the majority of Bandai's product selection. So now we know all about how to buy Gunpla, but now we need to figure out what to buy. When you're thinking about buying a kit, one of the most important things to know about and consider is what grade the kit is. But what
Yeah.
exactly is a grade? What do grades mean? Well, in my case, growing up, they meant no video games for the rest of the week. But what
Oh my gosh, no, not the childhood trauma. But yeah, this was the part I was most confused about going into Gunpla, I think. It was the grades. It was the different grades. I would just look at it. I'd see the letters. I did not know what they stood for. I did not know what they meant. So I feel like this is pretty important. Yeah. 2 seconds too late on that P Bandai pre-order. Womp womp. No. My wallet cries when I join an Emily stream. No! Just don't use your wallet, forehead. Yeah, very easy.
about when they're applied to Gunpla kits?
What are grades?
So what are grades? Well, good question. In fact, this is something that I wish I knew a lot more about when I first got into Gunpla.
Me
I didn't
too.
know anything about what any of the terminology meant. I just went online and looked at a bunch of stuff and I was like, huh, that looks cool. I
Yeah.
don't know what any of that means, but it's probably not
Destroy
important.
mode.
And
Dude, the
that's
Banshee
the
looks
story
so
of how I
cool.
ended up with the high-grade Banshee Norn Unicorn Destroy mode as my very first Gunpla kit. The moral of the story
I
here
like
is
his
don't be
humor.
like me, make informed purchases and decisions. So, grades.
I mean,
what
what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with just like kind of seeing a kit you like the look of and buying it either. Like again, the grade doesn't really, other than entry grade, I feel like grades don't really necessarily mean difficulty too much. Like they're all like pretty similar. It's just like how detailed the kit is, right? Like it'll take you more time if it's more detailed. Not the HG Banshee? Wait, why? What's the joke about the HG Banshee? Banshee Unicorn mode is very good for fantasy custom. Yeah, if it looks cool, that's enough. Exactly.
are they? How do they work? Well, Gunpla grades, to put it simply, is a labeling system that refers to differences in scale, quality, and usually price. Knowing the grade of a kit will give you a general idea of what to expect out of the box. The grade will always be clearly labeled on the box and usually in the item description online. Once you know what you're looking at, it's really easy. You'll have no problem finding the labels and distinguishing between them in no time. The typical grades you'll see on Gunpla are high grade, real grade, master grade, and perfect grade. However, there are plenty of other grades that are not as common, but they are still worth talking about. Now, don't get me wrong, it might seem like there's a whole lot at first, and it may seem even a bit overwhelming, but trust me, it's really not that bad. I'll be going over the aspect.
The high grades are the most common. Like, you'll find the most variety in those, I think. But there's also entry grade, easy, which is like, you don't even need tools for. No tools required.
The most common, but Chicken's like, no, I want the nicer looking ones.
Between each individual grade in the next segment, which is right now. Now, just as a precursor to this section, I'd like to say a couple of things. First of all, try to keep in mind that a kit's grade is not necessarily indicative of its overall quality. Now, I hate to say that there are bad kits because really there are
I thought I
no
was
bad
muted for a
kits.
second.
Every kit has issues that can be fixed if you're willing to put the time into them. But out of the box, there definitely are kits that have more or less flaws than others. Just try to remember that maybe just because the kit has a master grade logo on it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have a great time with it.
I just saw that comment on Twitch. I hear so many cases of people buying their first kit because it looked beautiful, only to be overwhelmed the moment they open a box and oh, I guess that could happen too. Yeah, this happens so often in MG Unicorn version OVA. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I just started with entry grade and I really liked it, so maybe it's good to work your way up too. But you know, it's really subjective, right? It's totally subjective on a person. Oh, the unicorn was kind of hard. Oh, damn. So I guess like it depends.
No, stay in here. Keep building your togies.
My first Gunpla is MG Astray Blue Frame. Oh my gosh, it jumped into MG, but with hardware tools, cutter, and file to work with. Oh my god. You didn't even have like the hobby tools. You just I mean, whatever works. Whatever works.
Bunch of cat
strongly encourage you to research online any kit that you're thinking about buying, especially as a newcomer. Another thing to remember is that scale is not the same as size. Gunpla grades basically have their own scales assigned to each one. For example, high grades are relegated to 1/144th scale, but they are definitely not the same size. In fact, some of the largest kits ever made have been 1/144th scale high grades. So to summarize, grades are not the end-all be-all indicator of overall quality, and scale is not indicative of size. With these two things in mind, let's move on to what makes these grades all different and unique from each other. And yes, I'm going to be reusing the Evangelion music. Piss off. Leave me alone.
I think it's just details, right? Yeah.
So what makes a high grade a high grade? Well, if you see an HG logo on the box, it's a high grade. Seriously though, Bandai's high-grade line of Gunpla are model kits that are relegated to 1/144th scale. These kits are generally the cheapest and are usually the quickest and fastest to build. High grades are what I would personally recommend that you start off on as a beginner. I'll elaborate more on why I think that way later in the video, but for now let's just stick to talking about the grades. These kits do tend to be lacking in the color separation department, so to mitigate that, usually you'll see a lot of color correcting stickers on these kits. And although putting
stickers, right.
On kits is not bad. If you don't feel like dealing with them, you can always paint them if you so choose. Prices for your average high-grade kit will usually range around the $10 to $40.
More stickers equals lower price, which means more affordable for the consumers. Exactly. Yeah. My most recent kit is an HG. Yeah, I've only like been building HGs on stream as well, aside from my entry grades. Yeah. Today I worked on my first RG, and oh my gosh, it is so detailed. It is so different. It has a whole inner frame. I'm not even I only finished like a single leg today. And it was of the inner frame. It wasn't even like the full leg. Just I'm starting with the inner frame, so yeah, it's really detailed. It's really fun. Yeah. Back to the video.
Mark, not factoring in shipping and handling if you're buying online. Now, one last thing, something that does trip up some new people when it comes to high grades is you'll sometimes see different looking high grade logos. Some will say HGUC, some will say HGAC,
Oh, that's
HG00, stuff like that. The Gundam universe contains multiple timelines, and anything after the HG label, such as numbers or letters, is just indicating what series or universe that this kit comes from. It can be pretty helpful if you're trying to sort through and look for kits just from a specific series or timeline.
Yeah, it's to make you more confused, guys, you know. But really, it's just it's just lore. It's just a lore thing.
But it's nothing to get tripped up over.
The only one thing you guys need to learn about the timelines. Everything becomes turn A.
Grades are a lot of people's favorite line because for most people, they hit that sweet spot of
Haven't
size,
built one yet.
articulation, detail, and a great price point usually for what you get. Now, don't get me wrong, the Master Grade line is far from perfect. However, there are some real gems to be found in there. Master Grades are relegated to a 1/100th scale. They tend to be a lot more color
Like
accurate
the Master
than
Grade,
high grades. They have
Zazabi
better
Verka.
detail
Yeah.
and usually better articulation. You may see some color
Quick chicken, pull off your best
van
Van White.
much older kits. Master Grade kits usually come with some form of decals and markings as well. If you're not familiar with these, don't worry, we'll be covering them later. Master Grade price.
Yeah, I haven't built a single Master Grade yet, but I do have 2 in my backlog. Yeah. the narrative CPAX for Ka, and also the Barbatos clear kit.
What are you coughing for? You need a cough drop?
I
You
hear
need a
like most
Ricola?
people like either like real grade or Master Grade, right? I think those tend to be the popular ones. But Master Grade is just larger, so like it definitely like it's like nice if you want something with more oomph, I guess. Yeah, I mean I don't know. I haven't built one yet. I just know it's larger.
Prices are really all over the place, but if you had to narrow it down, they are usually between $30 and $100. Now, for the people looking to move up a grade, if you're usually building high grades and you may be intimidated by the Master Grade line, I can tell you right now, don't worry. Master Grades really are not that much more complicated to...
Wait, I forgot I have another Master Grade. I also have the pod ball. I have the ball that my friend gifted me. Yeah. And I think he said it was his favorite Verka kit. Yeah. Yeah, the ball Master Grade. Yeah, I also have that one. I forgot. The orb. Yeah, that's going to be fun to build down the line. God help me, I'm on P Bandai right now. I am not helping Zephyr's plastic addiction right now. I'm trying to finish the
Yeah,
Atlas
I'm avoiding
Gundam
P
HD around
Bandai.
Christmas. Good luck on the build.
Can't afford to buy anything
My
right
first
now.
MG took me about a year
Workshop.
of on and off work to finish.
Maybe
Oh my
next
gosh, I'm
week.
scared now.
Finally get
How
around
long
to
will
buying
it
that
take me if
RG
I build it on
unicorn.
stream?
than your average high grade. They just contain more parts for their inner frames and to have better color separation. One last thing to mention about the Master Grade
Permanently,
line
where'd
is
it go?
there are a few subcategories that fit into this. One of the main subcategories is Master Grade 2.0. If you see anyone or hear anyone talking about this, just know that basically it means a kit was out before and it basically got a remaster. 2.0 Master Grades are just more up-to-date versions of their older counterparts. Now the other important...
Well, okay, that makes sense because today I was building a 2.0 RG. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Back to
Master Grade
video.
subcategory is Verka kits. If you're at all
Oh,
involved
yeah,
in the
Verka.
Gunpla community, chances are you'll see a lot of people talking about Verka kits. What these are is essentially a line of Master Grade Gunpla designed by mecha designer Hajime Katoki.
Yeah, this
That's where
guy.
the title comes from because Verka is short for version Katoki.
Yeah.
Verka kits are just redesigns by Katoki based on what he thinks they would look like should they exist in real life or be more grounded in reality. Verka kits
Yeah, the proportions are a bit different, right? Also, like, the whole Verka thing, my friend explained that to me. Like, I had no idea why it was called Verka, and he's like, oh, yeah, it's the name of the designer. I'm like, oh, yeah. I think HGs are good for, finishing up quick on stream, in my experience. Yeah. Since that's what I've been building. And also entry grades, you know, quick and easy. I'm excited to try the other grades as well. Katoki started in the 80s with the Sentinel. He's been a regular illustrator ever since.
Master
Oh,
that you bought.
Sentinel. Oh.
Kits tend to have a ton of detail and are pretty notorious for how many water
They're
slide
decal
decals
hell?
they come with
Oh.
as well. Again, we'll talk about decals later. But
He
be warned,
said
they
it.
can be pretty prone to
I didn't
idiosyncratic
know.
issues, so just be careful. Also, something else
Oh.
noteworthy about Verka kits is they only usually come out with a new one once per year. So basically, if you see Verka in the name of a kit or on the box, it's just a Katoki redesign.
Oh. I had no idea they're notorious for the decals.
Okay, I bought. Let's see, 1, 2.
So what exactly
3.
makes a real grade what
I
it
did
is?
3
Well,
master
in
grades
essence,
before I got
real grades
the
are like
the wing
one-third
zeros,
of
right?
high
So I don't want to
grades
hear
and
it.
master grades.
Ah.
And what I mean by that is real grades are
Yeah.
all 1/144th scale, just like a high grade. However, they have an inner frame and detail comparable to master grades. Older real grade kits also
You're not allowed to
Inner
judge me
frame.
anymore.
Pre-assembled inner frame called the MS joint inner frame. However, Bandai has been moving away from the MS joint because it was known to loosen up over time and cause a lot of stability issues with older real grades. So if you're
yeah,
looking for a
I've
really
heard of
good real
this.
grade building experience, I would definitely recommend to you that you go look for newer kits. Now that's not
Yeah, the newer kits have fixed that issue, I think. RG kills your wallet. Oh.
This is true.
Are you sure everything doesn't kill your wallet? Like, let's be real. I don't know. Depends on, how many kids you buy. Oh. Dear diary, my wallet is empty. Yep, nothing new. As someone that's when you're in a hobby,
Judge me for
right?
plastic.
it tends to
I'm
be that
sorry.
way.
Where'd your $100
If you
go?
have multiple hobbies, it tends to be that way even more.
say
Before
that
you even
older
built a
kits are
high
terrible,
grade?
but just like with any other line of Gunpla, the farther back you go, the more issues you may tend to run into with the kit, just due to the age of the kit and the dated engineering from that time. Something else to keep in mind is that real grades feature a ton of small, tiny little parts. But due to all these parts, they have really good color separation. They also usually come
Yeah.
with decals and metallic stickers. The price range for real grades usually ranges
Saw those.
around $30 to $40. So a
Where'd
bit
your
more
$100 go?
expensive than your average
Oh,
high
that's
grade, but kind
true.
of in the ballpark of your lower priced master grade.
Oh boy. Okay, this is the thing I'm excited to see about because I don't know anything about perfect grades other than the boxes are freaking big. Yeah. PGs are the most detailed, but getting an action base for them is a real jerk. Oh yeah. I wonder if he's gonna go into that. He might. Sadly, I can't afford Gunpla anymore. It's
Watch you go back
free.
there and it's completely restocked.
You're free. You're free. Don't be sad. You're free. Your wallet is free. Okay, I guess it's not free. You probably have to spend it on other things, but you know what? That's okay. You gotta do what life needs you to do. Yeah, free at what cost? Perfect grades.
Perfect grades. These are generally considered to be the best of the best when it comes to Gunpla. They usually feature the most surface detail, articulation, and gimmicks. Some of them even come with their own LED lighting kits, which are super cool.
Yeah.
Perfect grades come in at a 1/60th scale, and
They're
they are
huge.
usually some of the most expensive kits that you can
Big.
find, ranging from about $160 to $250. The selection of perfect grade kits is pretty limited, but what we do have currently is pretty damn good. However, despite literally having the title perfect in their name, perfect grades are not always, well, perfect. I'd just say, like any other Gunpla kit, before you buy, do a little bit of research, because
Yeah.
they can be prone to being a bit quirky.
Quirky.
So now the grades we just went over are, to me, what I would consider the
FYI, perfect grade has two 7-Eleven kits. One is unicorn, one is an ashtray green frame. What?
Yeah,
It has two. Wait, perfect grade has two whole 7-Eleven kits?
Not through
I did not
Bandai.
know that. I thought 7-Eleven kits were like, I don't know why. I assumed they were just like HE only or something since they're like a collab thing. Wow, 7-Eleven sure likes their Gunpla.
main grades when you're first starting out are what you're going to see most commonly. However, these are definitely not the only grades out there. There are quite a few other ones that you'll notice when you start shopping around, so we'll go over each of those
Look at
real
that little
quickly in
goof.
case you run into those and are
The
curious
little
on what
guy.
they mean. And just because I didn't lump these in with the first few grades doesn't make the ones we're about to talk about bad by any means. They just aren't necessarily as popular or common.
Good thing you haven't looked at my list that I have on the
line of Gunpla
On the
Discord.
contains
Hang on.
kits that are super cheap and extremely simple.
Wait.
The first
Are first grades just entry grades, or is this like, is it like entry
Or
grades
should I
before they
spare
got
you
renamed
of,
to entry grades,
telling
or
you
is
what
this
it
an
is?
entirely different thing? I've never heard of first grades before. What? This is my first time hearing about first grades. SD Gundams are so much fun. They are, yeah. They're cute. It's for first graders. I should have known. Yeah, Gundam is a kid show, right, guys? Yeah. I should have known. FGs were early EGs. It's a different thing. Oh, okay. FG before EG. Gotcha.
I don't think it's necessarily
Am I interrupting? Well, too bad.
perfect grade at least
But you know
necessarily,
that
but it is
only,
definitely
like,
a perfect grade.
4% of you guys are subscribed. I would appreciate if you guys subscribe because it would bring me great joy and motivation. Yeah, please subscribe.
All right,
Thank you.
look up the
Oh, this
Nilsson
video's like 4 years
works.
ago too, so
That's
I wonder if
Nilson.
EGs were even a thing at the time of this video. They might have not been. Are EGs still
Nilsson
relatively
works
new?
PG
Yeah, 'cause he hasn't
Monument.
mentioned EGs at all, so I'm assuming maybe they're new. Not 4 years old even. Yeah.
This Gunpla line came out in 1999 and features 3 kits that are molded in only one single color. However, in 2007, there was a second incarnation of the first grade line featuring 4 new kits, all from Gundam 00, and this time they were molded in different colors. First grades really aren't commonly sold in many places, but if you can get your hands on one, you should be able to find them for about $10 or less.
Oh, sorry, I said goof. Was that not a goof? That was a Zaku, the small guy earlier. Alright, advanced grades. What? I don't think I've heard of this one either. Cool, I'm new.
Advanced grade,
Newing.
or AG,
I'm learning something new today.
is a grade of Gunpla that started in 2011, and it's basically exactly the same thing as first grade, except AG features only kits from the Mobile Suit Gundam Age series. Just like the first grade kits, these are 1/144th scale, incredibly cheap, incredibly simple kits, and unlike the 1999 run of first grade kits, these are molded in multiple colors. The advanced grade line ran from 2011 to 2012 and features a total of 24 kits. These kits, just
That
like
is a
first grade,
third-party
have limited detail
kit
and very limited
of a
articulation.
perfect
Each
grade
advanced
tall
grade kit also
geese.
comes with a microchip to be used in the Gundam Gauging arcade game.
Oh,
However,
what?
if you're like me, I don't really think you're going to find much use for that. These kits can
Huh.
also be found for around under $10 or less.
Interesting lore.
And they're coming out with a
History of that.
tall geese flugel
If you ever
variant.
wanted a high grade the size of a master grade, well then the
Oh.
1/100th line is for you. These kits are, as the name suggests, in 1/100th scale. They
Yeah.
are, to put it bluntly, basically upsized high grades. This grade is also commonly referred to as no grade or non-grade. However, this is
Yeah.
not really an official term. Despite the fact that it's not official,
Wish
it
list,
is
but
still
probably will
commonly
never ever get
used.
it.
There are some kits in this line that are also in 1/60th scale. However, that is pretty rare, and I doubt you'll ever really come across those. If you want to get your hands on a 1/100th
Interesting.
kit, the price is generally in the ballpark of $20 to $50.
I'm learning about so many kits.
I'm keeping
like,
you
grades I've
from
never
having
heard
to
of.
look up any of the third-party
Yeah, I've never seen advanced grade before. Like
third-party kits that kind of make the not
And yet AG
uh-huh,
kits be meant for arcade
mobile
use?
suits, the not
Yeah, what the
Gundam, the not
heck?
tall
I've never
geese.
seen. I didn't know.
There are some
Gundam
very
had
good
a
ones.
Arcade cabinet. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Non-grade 1/100th. RE. Oh, it's the reborn one that we're about to get into. 1/100. Full mechanic are pretty much dead. I see. Yeah, these are the old kits. And I'm assuming at the time of this video, EGs are not a thing. The first EG came out in September 2020. Oh,
I would be fine if
this
I
video was
got the
June
regular
2020.
EG
So yeah,
Nilsson
there
works
are
monument.
EG's entry grades
Doesn't
did
have
not
to be the
exist at the
Flugel.
time of this video. I didn't know they were so recent. And I will say EGs are a great way. I mean, as someone that got into Gunpla 3 EGs, I think EGs are a very good starter kit. You know, very quick. You can build it fast. No tools. Yeah. But I hope they like release more for it. I don't think there's like a bunch right now, right? There's only a couple. I mean, that makes sense though, because it's supposed to be, you know, entry grade. You don't really build another entry grade after you build an entry grade, I guess. I built 2 though. I built the new Gundam and Granddaddy.
The Reborn 100 line goes hand in hand with the 1/100th line in the sense that it is the rebirth of the 1/100th line. Bandai has more or less turned the line into somewhat of a home for more niche kits that may not have sold as well as full-blown master grade releases. The quality is getting noticeably better as time goes on, and they're definitely better quality than most of the 1/100th kits that you'll see out there, but Reborn 100 is still going through some growing pains.
Needing
The
some
kits are
water.
all still in 1/100th scale, and the quality lies between a high grade and a master grade. You can usually pick one of these kits up for about $30 to $60.
So it's like real grade in terms of pricing /
Mega
quality?
sized kits are gigantic, coming
Oh
in
yeah,
at
mega
1/48th
size!
scale. These
Dude, I saw these at the Gundam base and Dude, I'm so tempted, but it was not gonna fit in my suitcase. They're just so fun to look at. It's just size going for them though. I don't think they're necessarily more detailed. I don't think they have that much detailed. The whole gimmick is that they're huge, I think.
Things will tower
Oh,
over
speaking
you
of
in your
Gundam
perfect
base,
grades.
Chicken,
Hands
how
down, these will be
often
some of the largest kits in
do
your
you go to
collection. They
Chicago?
generally have the same build complexity and roughly the same quality and articulation as their high-grade counterparts, but what they lack in those departments they make up for with some really sharp sculpted details and a ton of surface detail. There's no doubt that the main feature of these kits are their sheer size.
They look so
Unfortunately,
nice.
the mega-sized line as a whole only has 6 different kits, but if you want to get your hands on them,
I
they should
want
only
one.
cost about $80 to $100. However, depending on where you buy from, they are a little bit more rare nowadays, so they may be a little bit more expensive than that.
Yeah. They're pretty basic, but have the shelf presence. Exactly. Like, if you just want something that's like, whoa,
I was just looking
big,
at that like an
big
hour
Gundam,
ago. Okay,
you know? Big
because
mecha. I think it's good. They
as
look
far as I
nice. They
know,
look
it's
nice
the
in my
only
opinion.
Gundam base store
I
in the
want a mega size,
U.S.
but I have no
and
more
it's in
space.
Chicago.
He can I don't know, he can sleep in bed with you, you know? Make some room for him
And
in
Gundam
bed. Give him
Base
a pillow.
is the only place like
No,
it's
that's so real, though.
directly
They're, like, huge.
from the
Put 'em on the
Bandai
floor. I don't
Namco
know. Having no space is so
manufacturers,
real.
so there would be like the direct link
Or
to
Super
the
Deformed is a
factories,
line of Gundam
and you would be able to
Yeah,
get
wonder, that's me.
kits that you wouldn't get anywhere
From
else,
different Gundam
like the
series.
Gundam
They aren't
Park
exact recreations
or
of
the
the
Gundam
Gundams themselves.
Factory
Okay, this has nothing to
or
do with
Gundam
Gundam,
Base
but
exclusive
this whole
kits.
time, that Marshall in the background.
Like anything that would be in P Bandai, they'll probably be there.
I don't know why, but ever since I was young, Marshall kind of scared me.
Although that probably makes sense why
Sorry,
you
not Marshall. That's
your
not his name.
store
Oh my
has
God, I'm
some
so
P
sorry.
Bandai
Guys,
kits.
What's his name?
Probably because it's so
Not
close.
Marshall. Marshall's not a cat. Right? Rover. Oh my God, it didn't even start with an M. I was so freaking off. Rover. I was so off. It's not even. But yeah, like, dude, Rover kind of scares me. I don't know. Which game was it that started with Rover? Was it Wild World? Maybe? Wait, City Folk? It might have been City Folk. But like, I don't know, he just stares into your soul, you know? And also I think at the beginning of the video he was like turned in a different direction, and now he's
Still
like
waiting for the
now
updates
he's
on the
like
Gundam Base
facing me
mobile tour.
straight. Yeah, he was
Here.
off to the side at the beginning of the video. You see him? Oh my God. He turned over. He's looking at me. Blinks. Oh my gosh.
Kind of holding off on
Exact
getting the
scale, however, on average, they do stand about
He knows
5
Master
things.
Grade
He's
Verka
judging
in the
me.
hopes that
Quick and easy
when I go
assemble,
back
but
to
they do tend to heavily rely on a
Gundam
lot
Base
of
mobile tour when it comes
stickers.
into town
Stickers aren't
this
the worst
year,
thing in the world, but when there's
they would
ton
have
of
a
them, that is
metallic
good thing to
finish
keep in mind. You can generally find
version.
SD Gunpla for around $10.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, SD Gunpla is cheaper unless you're getting MGSD.
So now that we know all about every single Gunpla grade, how do we know which one to start with?
Oh,
as a
maybe MGSD didn't exist at this time either. This video's a little outdated, yeah.
Yeah, EG and
it still gives good advice.
Master Grade
though,
SDs
like
are pretty
good,
decent,
like
like
good,
the
like
last
insight too.
2
You
or
know,
3
on
years.
the basics.
beginner? Well, my recommendation to you, plain and simple, is start with a high grade kit. And there are a few reasons for that. For example, high grades provide you with the smallest possible barrier to entry into Gunpla. They're very easy to get your hands on, very simple and quick to build, and are usually the cheapest kits out there. So if you end up building a high grade for your first kit, you'll have a simple, fun, and quick first experience. However, if you don't end up liking it, then it's okay, because you haven't spent a lot of time or money on it. And if you don't like it, it's totally okay, because remember, it's not for everyone. All that matters is if you're interested, that you give it a fair try. Also, I know that first impressions are very important. However, you shouldn't let your first impression of Gunpla dictate how you feel towards the hobby as a whole. If you happen to end up with a kit that has a lot of flaws as your first kit, don't be discouraged, because there are definitely a
Which is
ton of
fine,
good ones
but
out
you
there,
still
not all of them are
bought
like that.
a
Just remember,
Master
give it a
Grade
fair try, and
Verka.
don't let one bad experience ruin an otherwise really great hobby.
Whether or not it was the last one in stock.
Yeah, see, like, this is 4 years old, so he's like high grade, but like I would go like start with entry grade because you know it's even
30
easier,
runners.
you even need tools, and yeah, it's more recent. Oh, MGSD is the newest line. Oh, came out in 2022 or 2023. Yeah.
Just having possessions.
Sorry if this is a dumb question, but is Gunpla and Gundam the same thing? Oh, it's not a dumb question. No worries. So Gundam, is the series and the mechs, right? And Gunpla is basically Gundam and plastic model kit. Like combined. Like, so Gunpla is a Gundam it's a plastic model kit of a Gunpla. Yeah, Gunpla is a plastic model kit of a Gundam. Yeah, so it just shortened to Gunpla. Yeah.
Right.
mm.
Just but a flesh wound.
Yeah. Simple. Yeah, Gundam is a franchise. Yeah, Gunpla is the toy. Yep. Alright, what to expect before building? Oh.
Before you get into building Gunpla, there's a few things that you really ought to keep in mind. The first thing to keep in mind is that it requires a lot of patience. Building Gunpla can sometimes be a long and even tedious process, especially as you start to get into larger and more intricate kits. Just remember to be patient and take your time, and it will pay off in the end. Now, assembling Gunpla is not necessarily hard, however, you can have some moments of confusion if you lose focus. Make sure you're always paying very close attention to the instructions because there can be subtle details that are very important. Again, this ties into just taking your time and making sure that you do everything right. This will save you the hassle of having to deal with parts you placed in wrong or potentially.
Do I know this Gunpla kit? Which Gundam is this one? I feel
That's
like I've seen it.
the
Also,
Double
it has a
Riser.
shiny orb. I love Gundam with shiny orbs in the center. I broke an arm of the inner frame of a RG Unicorn once. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Don't worry, we've all been there, breaking our kits by accident. And then losing parts too, that also sucks. Yeah.
Even breaking some more fragile parts, and while it's not that common, it can still
Oh,
happen.
it's the
However,
Quanta.
again, just take
Wait,
your
Oh,
wait, I'm
Chicken,
so
where
sorry
do
for
you
the video, but
where do you build your kits?
I have a clear kit.
Are you
of
on your
this that
desk
my
or are you
friend
using like
gave me, the
a
RG
table of
clear
some
kit?
kind?
Yeah. I think it's this one. Yeah. The double Quanta. No wonder I recognized it. I was like, kind of looks familiar. This one has a cool design too. Yeah.
Desk? Okay.
Also part of my backlog.
time, don't rush, and focus, and you won't have these problems. Another big thing to note
Have
is
you
if
had
start
any
feeling bored,
issues
there's
with
no shame in
parts
just putting
flying
down a
off,
kit and coming
possibly
back to
to
it
the
later.
floor
Building
yet?
Gunpla should be fun and relaxing, and it should be something that you want to do.
Back was
It
killing
should not
me.
feel like a chore. Trust me, you're not going to have any fun putting kits together if you're feeling burnt out while doing it.
Yeah.
Nope, the
Take your
flying
time,
parts.
do
Okay.
it at your own pace. And again,
'Cause
They
like
do
I said
take
earlier,
time.
if you run
I
into
do have a
moments
little bit like
frustration,
of less
worst-case
real
scenario,
estate
have a
because like
bad
this
time
is
with
literally the
Rover.
edge of the desk
Rover's
here.
judging you.
So I do
Rover
have
in the
a
back is
bad
judging
habit
you.
of dropping
Build
some
your
parts.
backlog
I've got a
now.
blanket in my lap to catch any of those.
I need to stop being lazy and start assembling.
Not that it
them.
helps
The
that
backlog
much.
keeps growing. Dude, I'm using streams as an excuse
There's
to
a
get through my
little
backlog. Because
Gunpla
otherwise
life
I
hack
know
there.
I'm not going to build it outside of stream. Zoids over Gunpla. Oh, wait, I don't know anything about Zoids other than they did a collab with WeCross back when I was playing WeCross. So I have some Zoids and WeCross collab cards. Do Zoids have kits as well?
That's where
I'm
your
assuming,
wish list is
maybe?
gonna skyrocket when you
Yeah.
start seeing the
Maybe I
Zoids
should check out
kits.
a Zoids kit. Maybe. After I don't have backlog. Zoids models are old and expensive. Oh, they did have kits. Oh, so they don't have anymore. It's not getting updated anymore. They look cool, yeah. Zoids are just animal Gunpla, more or less.
Fluffy nap pants
Yeah.
on. Well, so do I, but it's still.
Zoids kits are handled by Kotobukiya. Oh yeah, they do make a lot of plastic model kits. Okay.
Shape your opinion on the hobby as a whole. Just make sure to focus, take your time, take breaks as you need to, try your best not to get discouraged, and of course, most importantly, try to have fun.
Let Rover judge you.
Alright, I think I've talked enough, so let's get straight to the point on how to build your very first Gunpla kit. Get out your tools, get out your kit. I don't necessarily recommend this particular kit for your first one. This is just the one that I had laying around. And now we open up the box. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot I already started working on this guy and never
building it.
finished him, but it'll work for demonstration purposes,
the
I
backlog.
promise. Now, upon opening the box, you're going to be greeted by a bunch of stuff. I'm going to really quickly explain all the terminology of everything that you need to know based on the stuff that's in the box and stuff you're going to hear throughout the building process. This way I can just talk about it freely and you'll understand what I'm talking about, or be able to come back to this and use as a point of reference if you don't understand anything. So first off, we have the manual, pretty straightforward. We have these sheets of plastic which contain all the parts. These are called runners. These tiny pieces of plastic connecting the runner to the parts are known as gates, and these little pieces of plastic that are left over after cutting a part off the runner are known as nub marks, or
I keep forgetting they're called gates. That's the word. That's the term I always forget. I just call them runners all the time, but then I'm like, oh yeah, specifically it's called the gate.
stress marks. You'll also commonly either get stickers, decals, or a mix of both with your kit. As far as stickers go, we have foil stickers, and decals usually come in 3 types: sticker style, dry transfer, and water slide.
Wait, go back. I don't know anything
Foil
about
stickers.
decals.
And decals usually come in 3 types: sticker style, dry transfer, and water slide.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm assuming dry transfer are like they're basically stickers, maybe. Are they? Wait, what's the difference between okay, maybe he's gonna talk about it. He's probably gonna talk about it. Dry transfers are pretty easy. Oh, they phased dry transfers out. Oh, they're not a thing anymore. Oh. So maybe find them only in older kits. RGs usually have sticker style decals. Oh, so the ones I saw today were sticker style. Okay, gotcha. Dry transfers or rub-ons. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. You gotta like really like rub them on. Yeah. Oh, they're fragile. Water slides are life. Water slides are easier than dry transfers. Dry transfers basically rub off onto a part. Yeah, it's like a tattoo, right? Yeah. You get even less of a one chance to use them right than a regular sticker. They're like temporary tattoos, yeah, but they apply with pressure instead of water. Gotcha. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, I haven't tried the water ones before either.
I'll explain the differences between these and how to apply each type of marking in a little bit, don't worry. But for now, we've got our box opened and we've got everything out in front of us in a pile. And this is where it comes time to make sure that we organize our workspace. Having an organized workspace leads to a more streamlined building process and a less stressful experience overall. I personally like to start by setting the manuals and any markings or decals off to the side. Each runner has its own
Imagine having an organized workspace. I open all the bags, I throw them back in the box. Like the runners, I throw them back in the box. I put the manual somewhere. I throw the stickers back into the box too. And then I shuffle as I need to find, every letter. Maybe I could learn something here.
letter assigned to it and can be organized in alphabetical order. I personally have my own runner organizer, which helps save space and keep these organized.
What? Wait, I need to get that now. What? Runner organizer? Bro, I could use that would save so much time than me like shuffling through my plastic. I didn't know this was a thing. I need one now. Oh. Yeah, game changer. You can just make one with cardboard. Ooh, some DIY. True. I always have a bunch of cardboard after all those Gunpla orders.
Interesting
But
shoulder joint.
shuffling through plastic gives more time for yapping. I'm gonna yap for a while either way. Just memorize the runner like I do SMH. Sometimes the colors help, but other than that, oh my gosh. I don't know about memorizing. My memory is horrible. They don't work as well for kits that go from A to AF. Oh, like, you're right. Like, sometimes they'll have two letters. I just put them in order in the box. Smart. I should start doing that. Since I throw them in the box anyways. Chaos build, just shuffle them. Oh my god, the people that, like, cut out all the parts first and then build it, it's like, oh my gosh. Advanced.
I really recommend that you either buy these or make one for yourself because it does save a lot of time and space. Now that we have our workspace organized, let's open up the manual and take a look. The first thing you'll probably notice is you're going to see a lot of Japanese in here, but don't worry, you don't have to be able to read a word of it to understand what's going on. All of the actual assembly instructions are conveyed to you in clear picture instruction format.
Yeah.
Now, I won't be walking you through the entire
Nihongo
process
jump
of building
scare.
this kit because, well, let's face it, we'd be here all day. But I will show you what you need to look for in the manual in order to be able to cut out the right parts and put them together. So let's jump right back into where I left off on this kit, and I'll show you my process of locating a part, cutting it out, cleaning it up, and attaching it to another part. So right here in the
Clear
manual,
part's
we
my
can
favorite.
see two clearly labeled pieces. The letter and number labels next to the parts will always indicate the runner first and the part number second. So this part is E117, so we have to go find runner E1 and locate part number 17. And there it is. So now we just need to take our hobby cutters, put them right on that gate there, and you're going to want to make sure that you leave a little bit of plastic attached to the part when you make the cut. Try not to make your first cut flush with the surface of the part because you're just going to stress the plastic and leave a visible mark. After cutting it out at the gate, we're left with a nub on the part. This is where your X-Acto knife or sandpaper that I mentioned earlier will come into play. I personally like to use the X-Acto knife for now, and what I do is I just make sure I'm using a sharp blade and make small cuts to slowly remove the nub. Now you have to be careful for two reasons here. One, because you can hurt yourself. X-Acto knives are very, very sharp, especially.
That's what I was gonna say. I will always hurt myself with one of
Good
these
chicken?
things by accident. Like, I'm just not good at handling them.
when brand new. Always cut away from yourself and always make sure that your fingers are out of the way. I cut myself pretty badly on my thumb when trying to work on the real
that
grade
is a clean
tall
cut,
geese, and I don't want that to happen to anybody else. The second thing you have to be careful of is when cutting the nub away, you can.
Yeah, maybe it's because my hands are shaky. You're right. Yeah, I think my hands are shaky too, Shika. Oh. Yeah, only Gunpla manuals after 2016 have English. Oh, yeah. The older ones don't even have English. I didn't know it was after 2016
Oh my
though. Thanks
God.
for the
If
fun
I cut
fact.
myself and pass out,
Aw.
it's
Yeah, X-Acto knives are razors and a stick. Yeah. And you know, I've accidentally cut myself with a razor before too. So I don't trust myself with an X-Acto knife.
And what did
I
she
get
say
lazy
about that?
sometimes in single cut. Yeah, I was kind of doing that today. For some of the parts, I just did a single cut. I was like, you know, it's the inner frame. If I'm careful, I could do single cut. Yeah. Yeah, again, it's like, you know, it's really up to how clean you want it to look, right?
Potentially leave a crevice or a little bit of a valley instead of a flush surface.
She
Just
doesn't
try to be
remember me?
gentle and don't cut too deep. The second way, and probably a more reliable way of cleaning up nubs and getting a smooth finish, is using sandpaper. Make sure to use multiple grits of sandpaper. I'd recommend starting at 600, going
Yeah, I
to
haven't done
800,
this
and
at
then
all.
finishing off around 2000 or higher. Make sure to take your time and do not apply too much pressure. You can also wet sand to make your sandpaper last longer
Oh.
and have a smoother finish
I didn't know
overall.
that.
Now make sure to repeat everything that we just did for all the rest of the parts that are shown in the step, and follow the assembly process as shown. And remember, you won't need to
Yeah, good nipper can single cut no problem. Yeah. You might not even like have to sand it. Yeah, again, I don't do any sanding at the moment. I'm more of the lazy type. I'm the lazy type. But I don't like want it to look terrible either, you know what I mean? But I'm also too lazy to make it look perfect. So I don't really care about it looking perfect. I use those nail sanding polish sponges with like 6 steps. Yeah, they like have all the sides. Yeah. Single bladed nippers are pretty good. Yeah. Single blade. Right. I think that's the God hands of single blade. Yeah, the ones I'm using. But you could get way cheaper nippers. For sure. You can even make the plastic shiny with those. Oh, true. Yeah, you can give it a different look. I have an X-Acto knife fragment stuck in my left index finger. What? It's just there? No way. Is that okay? You don't need to get it like removed or anything. What? Okay, I'm scared now. X-Acto knives are so scary. What? What do you mean stuck there? Yeah. Huh? When the tiny tip breaks, but like, wouldn't you remove it? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a surgeon. He absorbed it and gains its power. That's not how it works. That's not how this works. Skill issue.
any glue, it's all snap fit. Now, as you're building, you may notice a few strange symbols, and I'll explain
that
to you
doesn't
what
sound
each of those
safe.
means. Now, just keep in mind, you don't have to memorize these, and if you forget what
Also,
some of these
sorry. What is that orb this guy is holding? This Gundam. Is this a Sinanju? What is the orb he is holding? Is that the cockpit? Maybe? Yeah, he's pondering the orb. Oh,
It's a
the
Sazabi.
cockpit is the orb. That's so... It's escape pod? Oh. Wait, I love that. It's Char's house. Yeah, he's chilling in there. Oh, Sazabi and the cockpit is in the head. Oh, escape pod cockpit. That's really cool.
mean when you see them
That's
come
a
up.
nice
It's
detail.
not the end of the world. It's not going to prevent you from building anything. They're just kind of there to help you along. Over time, you'll be able to recognize what these mean upon first glance, but in case you run into these in your manual of the first kit that you build, don't be tripped up by them. So the explanations for each symbol are as follows. This one means to apply a foil sticker.
Are you
Here.
still
God,
on
that's awesome.
notifications for the FX parts kits, or did you find one that's actually selling it?
Character, you don't have to be able to read what it says. All you have to do is just match it with the same character on the sticker sheet. This symbol means the exact same thing, except for decals instead of stickers. This symbol means to place parts on opposite sides, and is usually shown next to 2 part numbers. This one means that a similar part will be placed on the other side and is usually shown only next to 1 part number. This symbol means to pay attention to which way your part is facing.
Yeah, I saw that one
This symbol
today.
means to be careful when tightening screws, but you don't really have to worry about this because modern kits don't use screws, or at least most of them don't. This symbol means that the part has
Never
some
seen that
excess
before.
plastic that needs to be cut off. Make sure to look at very carefully what it tells you to cut off, because I've made the mistake of accidentally cutting off a connection point instead of the excess plastic. This symbol means to repeat the step however many times it says in the symbol. This
I
one
feel
means
like everyone makes the mistake of cutting too much. Yeah, those symbols mean things, huh? Sometimes I ignore them. Actually, oftentimes I ignore them. And then I'm like, where was I supposed to put the sticker? And turns out I just missed a step because my brain automatically filtered out the symbol. Yeah, people read? I don't. I try, but I still fail. I miss screws. I didn't even know Gunpla had a history of having screws. That's crazy. Oh.
Crystal's coming from.
This part first, and this one means that you're going to be connecting this part last. This one means to rotate the part the amount of degrees shown in the symbol. This symbol indicates optional parts. And finally, this symbol indicates a part on the opposite side that will move in the same direction. So now that you know how to read the manual, find parts, cut them out, clean them up, and read all of the symbols, really the last thing I have to touch on for you guys today is decals and stickers. Of course, beyond this, there is an entire world of customizing your gunpla, trust me. There's all sorts of crazy stuff like painting, weathering, panel lining, conversion kits, etc. However, I won't be going into any of that today because first of all, the video is already long enough as it is, and this guide is for the absolute beginner, as I said before. We're only going over the basics of putting together your first snap-built kit, which is the foundation for getting into everything else.
I like the gold on that sword. Looks very nice.
Now, there's nothing wrong with being just a person who snap builds their kits, but I do encourage you to start getting more creative and start customizing your gunpla once you're comfortable with putting them together. So stickers, decals, how do they work? Are they complicated? No, they're not. They're actually really easy. Like I said earlier, we have a few types, so I'll be going over those briefly right now.
Would you make a custom one down the line, chicken?
Exactly that. Stickers. To apply them, I like to
Fuck
first
no, I'm not
detail them
gonna
on the sheet with the tip of my X-Acto knife, gently set them into place, and push them down.
Not even a custom paint job?
Oh, that's
that you do
actually
yourself
another
and not
smart
have your
way
friend do
to
it for
use
you?
an X-Acto knife, but I use tweezers. Yeah, but that I can see that working well as well. Yeah, these things are really small and hard to like pick off with your fingers. Yeah. Also, I need to start using the Q-tip method. I was talking about this like my last build. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop pressing down on it with my tweezers. Did you know that only 4% of you guys are subscribed? That's not a whole lot. I'm watching you guys. Don't call me a nerd. But yeah, you should subscribe, so it'll bring me great joy and motivation. Thank you. Because I was scratching the sticker. Like, these stickers scratch really easily.
Or something like a cotton swab. Now for the different types of decals. I won't be going too in depth, but I will explain the differences and how to generally apply each one. Sticker style decals are exactly that. They're stickers. Take them off the sheet and stick them on wherever they go, and that's about all there is to it to those. Dry transfer decals are a little bit more complicated. You'll know they're dry transfer because they'll come on a clear sheet against wax
And
paper.
these have been
Cut out the
phased out.
decal you want to apply, tape it down onto the
You
model
have to
wherever
cut
you
them
want it to
out?
be applied
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
that makes
side that
sense.
was facing the wax paper face down onto the model. Then apply
Tattoos!
some force with something like your fingernail or ideally
Gunpla
some kind of blunt
tattoos!
object and rub back and forth. This will transfer the decal onto the model kit. Keep rubbing until the decal is fully transferred. Now for water slides, these will come on a blue sheet of paper. You'll see these a lot with Verca kits and some other master grades
I
and
want to see
perfect
how
grades.
these work.
Now to apply these, get yourself a small bowl of water. Warm water works best, but don't worry if the water becomes room temperature or a little cold, it won't really affect it negatively. Cut out the decal you want to use, let it soak in the water for a little bit, pull it out, put it on the model kit, and use a cotton swab to slide the decal off the backing paper. You can then slide it around back and forth a little bit to get it into position. If it dries too quickly and you don't get it positioned exactly how you
That's so
like, you can add a little
cool.
bit more water to slide it around some more.
I like that you can slide it down a bit. Like, there's like, I guess, like room for error. Yeah, there's a bit of room for error. Yeah, I see. Again, he does make it look easy though. Like, maybe it's actually harder in reality. I use a toothpick to engrave the foil stickers onto the surface details. Oh, that's smart too. They can crinkle. Oh no. Oh no. They can also tear. Oh, it's a bit more challenging for smaller kids. Oh god. Never mind. I guess he did make it look easy. Water slides are a pain on parts that aren't flat. That makes sense.
Once you get it in the position you like, take a dry cotton swab and roll it back and forth over the top to squeeze out any water trapped underneath the decal.
Oh,
now we
okay,
know
that
how
looks
to put on all types of decals, but how do we know where to put them? Well, if your kit comes with markings or decals, there will almost always be diagrams in the back of your manual showing the model kit and where each individual decal or sticker goes. So there's no guesswork involved. You don't have to worry about freehanding it. Just follow the manual and you'll be fine. With that being said, that's basically all the
Follow the
information you're going to
manual.
need to be able to successfully put together your first gunpla kit. All in all, to have the best possible experience when building your first gunpla, just remember to take your time, read the manual, stay organized, use the proper
Read
tools
the
to cut your
manual.
parts out and clean up the nubs, and most importantly, have fun.
Imagine
so that's
reading.
gonna just about do it for the ultimate beginner's guide to getting into gun.
Reading's the hardest part. It's not even putting together the gunpla. It's reading. Yeah, I like misread so much. Like today, remember guys, today when I was stuck on that one part for like 20 minutes and I'm like, why is it not working? Yeah, the manual literally says, please make sure you push the part all the way in. And I didn't even do that. I thought I did it, but I didn't do it good enough. So, But for longtime builders, they use Tamiya mark softener and setter for Bandai water slides. Oh. Oh, I've never gotten into using stuff like that. Yeah, Tamiya tools. Bandai also sells the generic water slide separately, but you need to look at what kit it's meant for. This guy didn't mention it, but if you use water or dry transfer decals, make sure you top coat it so it stays on. Gotcha, yeah. I guess they'll start to peel if you don't. I see.
Gunpla. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for
We made
watching.
it!
If you enjoyed the video and you found it informative, I would really appreciate it if you would consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And if you do subscribe, make sure to hit that bell so you get notified of every time that I
that
upload.
bell.
If you felt like I left anything out of this video, or if you have a question that was unanswered by this video, leave a comment
We need
below
an
and I'll do my
updated
best
video.
to reply and answer it for you.
Maybe he
also,
has
if you'd
one.
like to stay up to date with what I'm doing on my YouTube channel or what I'm up to when I'm not making videos, feel free to go follow me over on Twitter at UC Gundam. We also have an official UC Gundam Discord. If you'd like to join that, the link will be down in the description. Anyways, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been UC Gundam, signing out.
Yeah, it was interesting learning how quick, I guess, the hobby changes. But yeah, like, because this video, like, you know, 4 years isn't that old in my opinion, but just how much, like, has changed already, like, since this video was put out in terms of Gunpla is really interesting to think about.
Oh, not to get into Gunpla. Let's see what this tells us. Let's see if this calls you out some more. If it'll play.
Okay, so there's a video I've been wanting to watch for like ever, like since like March or something. Really remember when it came out, but we're gonna watch this because it's perfect. It showed up in my recommends, and I was instantly interested. It's called. He looks so funny. It's called How Not to Get into Gunpla by Jet Kuso. I think this guy, he makes a lot of videos on various topics, I believe. He's not like per se a Gunpla creator, Gunpla content creator, but he talks about toys, I think. Yeah, he has like a Bakugan video. He's talking about Mr. Beast toys. I don't even know Mr. Beast had a toy line. Yeah, so he does videos on toys. Yeah. But yeah, he did a Gundam video and it got recommended to me. So I've been wanting to watch this. How not to get into Gunpla.
Gunpla, the Funko Pop vinyls of people who still have souls. A weeby hobby for—
No! Oh my god, we did not just start this video with him mentioning Funko Pops! No! It's okay, he said it's for people with souls, but I still, I don't know about the Funko Pop comparison. Does he have a video on Funko Pops, I wonder? Ew, Funko Pops!
hobby for people with too much self-inflicted shame to have PVC statues of anime girls and whose lives
Shame!
in arts and crafts. Remember that one cute—
Shame in having PVC statues of cute girls. No, there's no shame, but there's always a lack of space, not gonna lie. And besides, this girl plot too. Also, nice Undertale VGM.
that one cute internet interaction where the guy offers to show this girl a pic of his Gundam, and she's like, lol, what a dork. And then he actually does, and then a few years later they're getting married because they're both hot, and his hobby is a beautiful thing of love, dedication, serenity, attention to detail, and everything else someone could possibly want in a future partner. Well, that could be you.
Wait, this is real? That's real?
Really?
Wait, that's kind of cute.
That can
though,
be
not gonna lie.
me?
That's funny that she didn't actually expect him to send a picture of his Gunpla. Yeah, the colorful pile of shame. Yeah, it's still shameful nonetheless if it's a pile. Yeah, to be fair, girl figures are so expensive. Oh yeah, Girlpla is quite expensive too. Yeah. Why am I being attacked? Yakama, you have hope.
Is this gonna
You have
start
hope
calling me
according
out
to
now?
this guy. You could slide into a cute girl's DMs and ask her if she wants to see your Gunpla.
But you don't want to watch 5 million episodes of giant robots fighting each other first. Ah, did I say giant robots fighting? That sounds way too cool. I meant space politics.
Space politics. Yeah, the
Which is
fighting
even
is part of
cooler.
it. Oh yeah. The average religion and politics enjoyer is crazy.
Hi, I'm Jet Kuso, and
I like this guy. He's funny. He's very enthusiastic. To be fair, who doesn't want to see someone passionate about something? Oh yeah, for real. Especially if it's like something like, you know, creative. Yeah. Yeah, it's something nice to be passionate about. Until you show her your spendings on these things, you know. But she doesn't need to see that. That could come later, right?
Totally.
Kuso, and I got into Gunpla building before I had ever watched a single episode of a Gundam anime.
Real.
And still, only years and years later have I begun dipping my grubby little piggies into the warm, unwelcoming waters of Gundam's expansive media empire.
Ooh.
It is not a simple task.
Oh my god.
With seemingly dozens of timelines spanning centuries, each
Wait, I need to find this graphic somewhere. Is this from Reddit? I've seen a graphic like this for Steins Gate before. I guess it would make sense Gundam has one too. Yeah, there's so much anime. Wait, there's this guy on Twitter I've been seeing on my feed lately because he gets recommended to my feed. And he's like marathoning all the Gunpla anime shows, Gundam anime shows. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how is he doing it so fast?
with seemingly dozens of timelines spanning centuries, each
Dedication and
remixing the
self-denial.
basic elements of the franchise to tell heartbreaking, epic narratives about countless themes, like child soldiers.
Yeah!
The fact that it's bad to have child soldiers, how it feels to be a child
Guys,
soldier,
war is
what
bad.
to do about all of these child soldiers, and of course, twinks.
We need the twinks. Yeah, being in Gundam is suffering, guys.
But you don't need to watch the twinks to enjoy the meditative pleasure of gunplay.
No, you do.
The satisfaction of putting the last pieces in place, and the fact that at the end, you get
Fanboys
a
also.
really freaking cool action figure. You can just do it right now. No knowledge, no experience with the show, nothing. It isn't even expensive. Many of them are some of the most detailed figures that you can get in their price range.
Barbie.
But more on that later.
Barbie.
My point is, you don't need to watch the shows, and you don't need to know
Is this
anything.
Ariel?
But if you want to know something about the kits before you get into it, or you
I want this kit. I want the Ariel.
need to know
The permit score details are really nice.
anything, but if you want to know something about the kits before you get into it, or even if you're never going to get into it at all and you're curious what those boxes on the shelf mean whenever you go to a comic book shop, this is the video for you.
Oh my gosh, wait. It's a new Gundam. I built that.
Shelf mean
The
whenever you go to
entry.
a comic book shop.
Grade 1.
This is the video for you.
This one. I built it with Yuki and Yuna. Yeah. Who are also going to be an Archive, by the way. I can't wait to see them.
ガンダムの世界からリアルモデルへの革新を開いた
I love the narrator.
バンダイプラモデルシリーズ
バンダイプラモデルシリーズ
When I was little more than a nibble of French fry among
I
the
dream
army
about that.
ranks, Gundam made me mad. I was brand loyal
Oh.
to Transformers at the time, and for some reason I thought Gundam was like a ripoff or something.
I see.
Some kind of a pretender stealing valor from my favorite brand. No brand but mine gets to give their robots boxy thighs like these. But by my late teens, thank God my flavors had matured. And I figured
Flavors.
I'd give the kits a try, starting with this guy right here, with the red and the katana and the power of God and anime
Astray?
on his
A red frame Astray.
Is that the Astray Red? Yeah, dude, he looks so cool with the katana.
At the time, I didn't know what show it was from, but now I still don't. I picked it because it looks sick as hell and for no other reason. That's just an example of the symbiosis between the anime half and the kit building half of the fandom. Either you find a robot that you really like that makes you want to watch the anime that it's from, or you watch an anime because the art is cute and there's best friends in it.
Not the Yuri! I mean, the Yuri was a great part of that show. Yuri! Yeah! We love Yuri! Yeah, I mean, I like, you know, you guys know I like the narrative Gundam, and I haven't even seen narrative. So sometimes you just fall in love with the design, you know? But also it gives it more meaning when you know the context too, if you've seen the show.
And that makes you want to build the robots from that series. All of this is valid. Queen, you are valid.
You're
God, she's
valid.
killing people. Oh, that's a child. I want the
Murder!
drinks back. No.
Murder! Yeah! Murder!
宇宙の彼方に繰り広げられるロマンの
This is so
輝き
cute.
機動戦士ガンダム今プラモデルで蘇る
Wait, this is such a cute
Gunpla is
commercial.
a bit of a strange word. It's the official term for official Gundam model kits. These kits stray far from what many people think of when they hear the term model kit. I grew up building monster figure kits from the 1960s. Glue together kits that you paint yourself, that don't pose at all.
Oh, the Wolfman.
In contrast, Gunpla are
Your sleep paralysis demon be like. Get your friends into Gunpla, this ultimate suffering. Look, I always say this, but
Yes,
Hiragi
suffer with
Papa,
me,
the
chicken.
great
Suffer.
wise words of my father, Hiragi Papa. Misery loves company. Hee hee.
Gunpla are snap-together models, requiring no glue,
I love the
no
snap.
brushes, no paint.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't stop people. What you get at the end is...
Wait, that looks so cool. What the hell? Whoa! Whoa! How did they get that effect? Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Really looks like a scene out of a show or something. Or like a game. Yeah, that's a really cool diorama, yeah.
The end is very much a toy. A highly detailed, highly posable toy.
Play
Often
with
not
your toy.
particularly,
Oh no.
robust, but we'll touch
Falling
on that
apart.
later. It's the building process that keeps me coming back. I think it awakens the bionicle kid in me. Perhaps not the version that'd craft custom monstrosities in the dark hours of the night, but the kid who would dutifully follow the instructions, each page followed with rapt attention, building as a process of unfolding, unveiling.
Yeah, you like lock in. Yeah, I know what he means, because I also felt the awakening when I built my first kit.
Revealing what secret lies within the parts, as a sculptor discovering what figure rests within the marble column. Build complexity, and in many cases the scale of the kits, are divided by grade, e.g. the grades are E.g., HG, RG, MG, PG, PG-13, and R. My first...
That was good. That was real good. I did not see that coming. R. PG-13. R.
It's a high grade, a perfect place for an adult beginner to start. You'll find lots of small parts fitting together in unexpected ways, a daunting task at a glance, but it only takes a handful of hours to complete a full kit. You can bust out a high-grade kit in an afternoon, and you'll get a figure more detailed than anything you can buy pre-built. Hey, you skipped entry grade! I'm aware.
Entry grades!
Are you a baby? No. Then you don't need entry grade.
But I've never built one before, and
You don't need them.
Sorry.
I feel called out. I enjoy entry grade kits. They're a great introduction, in my opinion. Especially if you've never built model kits before. I think entry grades deserve, some love. I'm just saying, even if I'm a baby, I guess. It's okay. It's there's no shame in being babu sometimes, Pokemon kits work great. Oh yeah, Pokemon kits count as entry grades too, right? That's literally what they're for. What's the EG slander? Yeah, EGs are easy, they're easy. What about the EGs? Yeah, entry grade requires no tools, and that alone is good justification. I believe so too, because once you start thinking about tools, it gets a bit daunting, Anyways.
Good boy. My second kit was a real grade, the gold frame Amatsu Mina. The complexity jump between HG and RG is actually fairly significant, but not so much that I wasn't able to complete the build. It took me
He's
a
got
few days
nails.
of on and off work.
He's got nails. Look, slay. Look at those nails. Just like me.
That
He's got
Amatsumine is a bit of a
claws,
hand
though.
grenade.
Not so much that I wasn't able to complete the build. It took me a few days of on and off work, and I'll admit,
Okay, it's totally
I
a
still
hand
haven't
grenade.
gone up in grade from there. I'm sure I could handle a master grade, but they're a larger scale than the 1/144th that I'm used to, and they can get a lot more expensive. Did I mention high grades are actually really affordable? I'm talking $20 or less for a lot of them. Cheaper than a bad transformer these days. That's the reward for doing the assembly labor part yourself, rather than getting foreign children to do it. Because ultimately it's just runners of cast plastic tossed into the box with some instructions.
That's
no
evil,
paint,
but
no
true.
factory assembly, so they're cheap as dirt when you consider the result. You will miss a step or two and fail to put tiny gasket number 42 where it goes while you're building the leg, and have to disassemble the whole leg to put in the gasket, then reassemble it.
Oh my god.
Then realize you put in the left version of tiny gasket number 42 in the right leg, and the right version into the left leg, but it's all good. I'm doing well. How are you? If high grades and real...
No, Gunpla trauma. when you mess up, it happens, you know. Sometimes, yeah. That's why you can buy Bandai's $6 parts separator like me. You don't need it, but
Mine's
it's like,
plastic,
why
but
did I
yours
spend
is
money on this gimmicky
yours
thing?
is
But
metal.
I
How
don't
is that,
know.
by the way? Have you had a chance to use it?
It's because it's so easy to mess up sometimes. Break it. Buy another one. We only have 18 HE aerials. We could. Oh my gosh, Ariel! Oh my gosh, I want an Ariel, but I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be responsible though, and wait to clear my backlog a bit, and wait for the MG
I haven't
SD
tried to use
Ariel.
it yet because I didn't triple check my placement because
Yeah,
I'm so
you guys
fucking.
think I'll follow that? $6 hiya! $6 on a piece.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Accidents do happen. I am prone to putting pieces in backwards, but honestly, you're doing great.
I almost cried when that problem happened. Yeah, it's like no, please. Yeah, but don't worry.
Did you finish the other leg, or are you still
Most
building it?
times you can.
Oh, waist section is
figure
out?
it out. It just
Okay.
hurts your hands.
Oh yeah,
a bit
you have
to
both legs. Nice.
Disassemble everything.
I'm doing well. How are you? If
I'm doing
high
okay.
grades and real grades are normally priced, perfect grades are the devil's
So is that
bargain.
with
If
the
you don't
side skirts or no?
Gunpla is an expensive hobby.
We're jumping
it's
to
because
perfect
they're
grades?
a freak who only buys perfect grades. The day I start buying these kits is the day I am lost to the world outside, resigned at last to.
Oh, it's the Adam Savage video.
That looks so.
Regardless of grade,
Wait.
you'll get as
That size looks so nice. I want one. I want to take it around with me. Take him on dates, and we can go get dinner together. He'll be sitting across from me, and then afterwards.
Okay. The thing with the
can go watch
Talkies'
a
side
movie
skirts
together.
is that there's a little peg that'll actually go into the thigh, so it moves with it. You don't have to keep that in there. That's really just for like connection. And if you depends on what you want to pose it.
You'll get as much as you're willing
I
to
think
put in.
for mine,
Any kit,
it's
from the
disconnected.
simplest to the least
So you
simplest,
got that
can
little
be
option there.
elevated to great heights with enough love and care. If you want to
Because if you do lock it in with the thigh, it kind of limits the articulation.
If you want a panel line, every detail to make your kit look worn, real, larger than life, you can do that. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you shouldn't manually snap the parts off of the runners with applied shear forces.
There's one arm.
That's chaotic. Holy shit. Am I interrupting? Well, too bad. Did you know that only like 4% of you guys are subscribed? I would appreciate if you guys subscribe because it would bring me great joy and motivation. Yeah, please subscribe. Thank you. If they're not entry grade and you're doing that, sometimes it just fall off. But if you're doing that anyways, oh my gosh, chaos. That's chaotic evil.
Turning your commenters into rabid beasts out for blood. Well, sorry, but I'm not here to have a perfect, pretty model. I'm here to have fun. Comedy is meant to challenge people. I didn't mean to trigger your woke sensibility. Oh, this is nice, actually. Ooh.
This guy is so freaking
Oh my god, it's a commercial!
Yeah, me prior to sponges, I don't need to sand. Me after getting those fancy god hand sanding sponges gifted to me by Zephyr, I was like, ooh, these are nice. Yeah. You're not a believer till you try it. What is this?
Level 5 Gundam, 17 hours.
What? What is this?
Level 4, 3 days.
Gundam, what's your level?
Why is this so edgy?
You're gonna be sitting.
What is your commitment? Wait, that was a commercial from back in the day?
Yup.
What? I need to see that again.
Level 4, 3 days.
Gundam, what's your level of commitment?
How committed are you? Yeah, you have to show how toxic.
Let me look at my pile of shame.
Your Gunpla model kits. This was playing in the early 2000s on TV. Wow. This was back when Wing was on Toonami. Of course, of course. That's great. Oh my gosh. Foot in the door is not literal, but it can be. It has to be called foot in the door for a reason. You guys have seen this. That's really funny. Yeah, I didn't really watch a whole lot of TV growing up. Like, just like stuff that aired on TV. Yeah, so... I didn't know this
Okay, so you got
existed,
legs
but that was,
and the
that was
waist.
great.
So that's got all you got left is the
You're gonna
torso,
be sitting
arms.
a lot.
You said you got the backpack, right?
It's a
Oh
sitter's
god,
hobby. Perfect
yeah.
for all the sit maxers out there.
Sitting
Sitting for a long time can be
Me.
a bit painful in the wrong chair. Hours of sitting requires a chair worthy of sitting in it for hours.
You guys gotta invest in a Herman Miller chair now. Not that I have one.
Both verniers,
I would
like
love
a cannon. Okay, so you
to
have
try one. My chair
the
is just like
torso,
some
the
office
arms,
chair, to be honest.
and the
I think
head.
it was like $100. Mm.
You're pretty much
What
halfway
was the
done.
leveling thing in the commercial. Yeah, they used to do a level system. Oh, so instead of like, I guess they didn't want to say like HD, RG. They thought it was like, I guess, too confusing or something. They used to do a level system. Oh, I have some of their old releases from Kmart of all places.
So that's after
Kmart?
what,
Oh
is this
my
your
gosh.
third night ish?
Yeah, the prices. Yeah, Herman Miller, it's like known to be expensive, but a really good chair. Apparently, allegedly. I haven't sat on one before. A lot of people get their Herman Miller secondhand. Some HEs were like
Okay,
level
you're
2
making
to
good
3.
time.
MG was like level 4.
Actually, I think you're making better than good
Oh,
time.
I see. They're like dumb
'Cause
Americans wouldn't
You only
understand
how long did it
the
take you to do
Gundam
the
grading system.
the accessories?
we gotta assign them levels. Yeah, it was all about the level of commitment. True.
Which is where I'd recommend the C7 Max by FlexiSpot,
Oh,
the sponsor of this
my
video.
God,
You thought I was
sponsored!
giving you information.
An hour.
Gotcha.
What'd you build when we were watching
Got him.
Justified?
I shift
That's
a lot,
crazy.
and the C7 perfectly adjusts with
Okay,
me.
that's a nice looking
The
chair,
entire
though.
backrest moves up and down. The lumbar rest moves in and out.
Ooh.
The seat tilts.
The verniers?
The
Okay.
armrests-
Huh.
The armrests.
And you were half watching with
Typing,
us, so
gaming, or filing my little Gundam nibs, it's easy to put the arms right where I need them.
So yeah, you're making good time.
Take some weight off of my spine. Bam! You
That's
get
nice.
it. Visual storytelling. Look it.
And hopefully it doesn't squeak either. Yeah, gaming is real. I wanna save up and gift Husbando a nicer chair because his current chair, it's like another one of those, okay-ish office chairs, but like it's like super squeaky. Oh my god, you guys, you gotta. I could make a voice pack off of his chair. Husbando chair voice pack. It's insanely squeaky. He needs to put some WD-40 on it or something. I don't know, whatever it was called. You know what I'm talking about? But like, it's like.
I think at your rate, probably.
Yeah, we got a WD-40 his chair. It's actually insane how much it squeaks.
One, maybe two more.
Secret Lab was nicer to sit in,
two
but
more
it's
nights.
preference. Oh, you know what's funny?
At the
Secret
most.
Lab, I think, did a collab with Gundam. Yeah, the Gundam chairs looked really nice. I haven't sat on Secret Lab before either, though.
You can do the torso in one day, one night, maybe one arm, or you can do the torso and the head one night, and then you can do the other both arms in the other night.
ASMR. Anyway.
Rest. Footrest.
You could.
Nice.
I've never had a chair this adjustable, this customizable to my sitting needs. Problems. The talking points they sent say the chair is great for people
Wait,
who
you
sit
did the head too,
8
didn't you?
hours a day.
Oh my god,
And I'm
me.
sure it is. But also, don't do that. Take breaks, be mobile,
I'm sorry.
drink water, and quit jobs that don't let you. Quit your job.
Oh, okay. I thought you did the head.
I don't have a
If
job
you
to
need more
quit.
incentives, the C7 Max has a 30-day
I mean, sort of,
return policy and a 10-year warranty with replacements for damaged parts. You can use my code in the description to get the best price possible. You gotta have a comfortable chair to support your daily work and gaming. So check out the FlexiSpot
Wait, how much
C7
does it
Max on
cost?
the FlexiSpot website, or if you're on a budget, you can check out
Oh,
the
a couple
C7
hundred.
base model, which is on clearance sale now.
Clearance. $350.
All in all, building is a unique.
Good chairs are expensive. Even Secret Labs is like 400 or so, right? I don't remember, but yeah, 400. Oh my god. Yeah, because even like a dingy office chair is like $100. You know what I mean? So chairs are expensive. Why does it cost so much to sit, guys? Like, come on. It's almost like we shouldn't be sitting. Maybe this is like society trying to get us to stand more, you know? Sitting costs too much. Takamura Takako, hello! Secret Lab kind of comfy? I gotta try them out sometime. The cushioning looks comfy on it. And that's probably USD, so at least another 100 for me. Yeah! Imagine a Herman Miller chair, yeah. Who is a squeaky toy in Emily's body? Ma, that dang cat is outside again. I didn't know I was so good at making the squeaky noise. I've heard, guys, I've had to hear that squeaky chair for long enough that I have become the squeaky chair. Steelcase gesture, my beloved. Oh, I heard Steelcase has actually pretty good chairs too. It costs $0 to touch grass though. VTubers touching grass? Nah. VTubers and VTuber fans touching grass? Nah. Imagine touching grass. Off-Kai Expo is some of our excuses to touch grass. I don't know.
Now. All in all, building
Nice
is
effects.
a unique joy, which is what Tarzan thought the first time he went into a house. Whenever a long time has passed without me having built a Gundam, I start getting cravings.
Oh.
I don't have
Me too,
the
actually.
strength to
It's an
stay away
addiction.
from you anymore.
Don't.
It's an
I want
addiction.
to
Twilight.
slip back into the throes of a new kit, lose myself in the assembly. Perfectly balanced between thought, puzzle solving, and a total flow state where nothing can bother me. I display my Gundams much more proudly than any other
Until
toy,
somebody sets off a
because
sounder.
I know that I did that.
Yeah.
I made those. They were nothing before me.
Yeah, they really were nothing before you.
Is that you when you look
Yeah,
at
and
your
I don't know,
goof
this whole
custom?
process can be very engaging and rewarding. I'd imagine Emily Squeak to be a Twitch redeem. Should I make it a Twitch redeem?
behaved.
That might be a funny redeem, yeah.
Just look at your goof and your Tolgi. It's like, you were
You know that
nothing.
the clips here are all taken from
I'm
this
the one
news.
that made
If you'd
you.
like to catch me real time or see everything, be sure to subscribe to my main channel. Please and thank you. Now sit back and enjoy the rest of the video.
Are they good to play with? Are they really action figures? No. Yes, but no. But yes,
But they look nice.
They far surpass most action figures, holding poses
They
better,
find a customized
more
screen
range
calling
of
that's for the
motion in the
masturbate
joints,
version.
the aforementioned detail. But I wouldn't trust a young kid with one.
No.
Entry grade,
Is it just more
maybe,
detailed, or is it
but
like a
the
completely
rest
different color
trend
scheme?
toward the more delicate, with some parts falling off kind of easily because so many components are only friction fit into place. There's always at least one problem part that wiggles free on each kit when I try to pose it. It's definitely a more limited sort of play than you'd get from your GoBots, and the higher you go, the more careful you have to be, which is what Tarzan thought when he was first learning to swing from vines.
Why does he keep bringing up Tarzan? Also, to be fair, if you spend so much time building a model, then you probably don't have much time left because we're all adults and we don't have time to actually play with the toys we built. So maybe like not being able to really play with them is an okay thing. Anyways.
Gunpla are such a popular part of this fandom that there's a running anime that isn't about giant robots, but a universe where Gundam is an anime and Bandai does make plastic Gunpla kits and kids build the kits in the show.
Build fighters.
They also still somehow fight each other. It's a hot.
I saw a meme on the show today on my Twitter feed. I think it's like something about this kid's, like this guy on the screen right now. Like his dad is like the happiest man in the Gundam universe or something.
Ooh, yeah,
and
that's
he has
pretty.
like a hot wife, something like that.
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
How do you say progress?
Are we thinking the same thing? Wait, our neurons connected. What the hell?
Have you done any panel lining yet?
Yeah, I hear the mom from the show. The mommy. Yeah, I heard. I heard she's pretty good, and everyone's like, looks at the dad and goes like, it should have been
A little bit on the goof? Okay. But not on the tall geese.
And then they also still somehow fight each other. It's a hobby anime like Beyblade and others. I haven't watched it, but from what I can tell, they use special particles to animate the physical plastic and control them like it's a video game, which seems like a world-changing technology.
I wish this was
used
real.
for something of very little consequence.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
But
right.
go off. Have fun. In the show, the better your build quality is, the better your Gundam's stats are. Like if you filed all of the nibs,
That's
painted
crazy.
and panel lined it, or made custom modifications, that translates directly to combat supremacy. This level of detail I was describing earlier isn't
panel
something for weirdos and obsessives. This is how Bandai wants you to engage with Gunpla. They want you to spend more time and put more effort into making the kits look nice.
gosh, a sticker.
Obviously, you shouldn't have to. And if the ease of rushing the process is what it takes to make you want to start building in the first place, by all means, that's what I did. Better not perfect than not done. Yet the more Gunpla I've built, the more I've learned to proceed with respect, with love, and to focus, for
Respect
once,
and
on
love.
process more so than results. My commenters on that other video were right to cringe at me for breaking parts off of the runners.
Yeah, you gotta indulge in the process and the art, you know? And take your time with it. Yeah, and that way your Gunpla's power levels will be more powerful than others. Just like in the show.
Not because I was doing it wrong, but because I was depriving myself of part of the joy. I built this real grade for this video with all the tricks. Flush cutters, files, sanding blocks, panel lining.
It looks nice.
I can't argue with the results. Not just the model. The model obviously looks beautiful, yes. But
Ariel looks so good from the back, you know? I don't mean that sexually or anything. I'm just like,
we
damn,
zero my
those
beloved.
that's a nice back shot.
Wow.
Wow, he showed Gundam feet. He sure did. Dude, Gundams have nice feet. Gunpla kits have really nice feet. That's something I pointed out early on when I first started building them, I was like, damn, these feet are detailed. Like, it's actually crazy. Ariel cheeks. Yeah, not gonna lie.
With that, a runner is cleared.
Proceeding with care brought so much more to it than I'd ever had before. I didn't just build it, I crafted it, made it my own, made it unique.
Wow, what a nerd.
I wouldn't have had that kind of patience when I first started with the hobby, when I was younger. But now I've seen just how lovely the process can be. Because as they say,
we love
when
nerds
it comes
here.
to journeys, it's not about the destination. It's about the child soldiers. This is Jet Kuso, and I'll see you next time.
It's about the child soldiers we found along the way.
.com/JetKuso, who are the only reason I'm able to make the videos that I am able to make. More specifically, thank you to my diamond patrons Lucid Lana, Chuka Bear, and Razu Ryan. My Titan patrons
That was a good video.
Usano, Banana Jones, Chell, Gavin Greenlee, and Douglas Fern. My hyper patrons Trouble, Modorios, Oreo, Lucid, Bretline, Mansky, Pleco Pleco, Forest DC, Heartline Die, and new hyper patrons.
It's a
Kevin
name reading
Hodge
rap
and
session.
Sam Caesar. Speaking of new patrons, we've got Hate Incarnate at the base patron tier, alongside Steven
Ariel is back.
I can't tell him the progress
XT
It's all is pristine. It's just about how to get in.
XT Kakai or
Me when I'm trying to read
Have you
names.
used the sanding sponges and stuff? Or have you just been using
I actually
been really
wanna
careful with this acto
watch
knife?
him yap about other things now. He was really fun to listen to. Oh, yeah, good video. I'm gonna subscribe. Yeah, check out Jack Kuso. Yeah.
This one. Now, if you want to make things like shiny and nice, use the sanding sponges or the sanding tools. Start low and then go to the highest grit, and that makes you, because that's what I've been doing with this.
The kitty. Oh my god, yes!
Like, I haven't even been using the glass file. I've just been using my sanding sticks and sponges.
She wants all the
She
pets.
really likes what I. She's so cute. Welcome everyone. Yay! This is such an exciting thing. I'm so happy we're doing this.
Yeah. Setup. I'm so
Yeah,
happy
the
for
setup was crazy.
We're kind of in, dude.
We made it work. We made it work.
Yippee! So we have different levels of like Gunpla here. I've never built one, so I have a baby Gunpla and beginner and Emily. Oh yeah, let's go around.
Yeah, we should take turns and like introduce what we're building. Yeah.
Edie.
Wait, do I go next?
Yeah.
So
for your spot.
Yeah, so I'm building the real grade. I'm continuing where I left off for my stream, so that's why it's like kind of built already. But I have to do his top half today. But he's the same Gundam that Sunny has, but just like a different kit. Yeah.
Oh.
It's the
Is
Grandpa
that
OG.
Amados?
Yeah. The OG, Grandpa Gundam they call him.
So I'm building Strike Rouge, which is from Gundam
But yeah,
Seed,
use
which is
the
my favorite Gundam.
the
It
higher
was piloted
grit
by Kagali.
sanding sponges and sticks
I have the matching,
to really
it's
buff
not
it out and
truly
polish
matching,
it.
But I also have Justice. But I'm building Strike Rouge.
Oh, nice.
Are they married? I'm trying to
Sure.
No,
They could
but
be now.
They are lovers, and I have his Gundam.
Oh,
But
how romantic.
Yeah. Because I was gonna build two of them and make them kiss.
I love
Using
doing
the
that.
times.
Nice Barbies.
Super shiny already.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Is it Nova's turn?
Oh yeah.
I'm building the God Gundam because the only Gundam I care about is G Gundam.
Yeah.
This is also my first model kit. My manager said it to be fine, but chat seems really stressed.
Chat is backseating.
I believe in you.
If it's
Build real dream with me.
I do have this.
Cute.
Thing is, if you use the sanding sticks
with
and you
Wawas
just
in
like,
Japan.
it will get more real estate than you actually need. That's why you have to go from low and then like go through the whole process of going through all the other areas, progressively going on the higher grits, just to polish everything out, and clean it all out. It's tedious, but it is like one of those things. Like, want it to look perfect.
No promises that it'll be made.
You and your high standards.
I was watching.
It just helps to get into that habit.
And they built like it was about building.
And
their
again, I
first Gundam,
normally
and they
don't
came
do
from
this for
Warhammer,
high
and the
grades,
first
but
Gundam they built was what you're holding, and they loved it. So I'm just saying, it's a really good kid.
Your
Sorry for
chat
G
is
Gundam content.
tripping.
Yeah, I love G Gundam. It's so good. I wish I can get like I forgot Djibri's Crockett's Gundam's name, but I liked his a lot. He was my favorite character. But like the God Gundam is really good too.
I just beheaded him.
Beheaded him! Oh my god! He's beheaded! Oh my god! Emily, what did you do?
He's dead.
I'm preparing him for the next build.
Started. Oh, that's sick!
Isn't it?
Wait, what is that?
So like the
so
God
cool.
Gundam has like he gets like these little like circles on him when he like upgrades.
Oh,
I didn't know they gave them to you. I
Yeah,
thought it was
right?
you had to buy.
It's so cool. He has like
Oh my
so many
God.
pieces.
Oh.
Is there like instructions? Oh my god, there's so
Yeah, there should be.
Whoa! Okay, wait.
Oh my god, Nova, I'm looking at yours and like this is all that's in mine. Oh my god. Oh, and Liddy, you're the one who told me like don't buy this Gundam, but don't buy it on Amazon. Because
where'd you get it?
Destroyed.
Really?
I got it on Amazon.
Oh,
and
was it okay?
All
Okay. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. I mean, it's convenient if you need it fast.
Yeah, exactly. The box is like, it was so much worse. The outer box, it had 2 boxes. So the outer box was like destroyed. And it was so bad that the Amazon associate knocked on my door and was like, do you still want it?
Wait, it was that bad? Oh my god.
Yeah, it was that bad. That's
they like to like torture your
my god. There's so much here. Oh my god.
Let's go.
So much more
I need the D and F ones. Okay. Are they?
Hold on. I'm having trouble figuring out. Okay.
It's always hardest to start, I think. Starting is the hardest part. So you're like, what is everything?
Guys. Okay,
Where is
no.
everything?
There's 4 times the chat, 4 times the backseat me. Okay, so
you have
I need A, and this is A.
Yeah, Amazon does not care about your kids or anything really. They'll just throw it around.
And F. Yeah, they just want to sell product.
I mean, when you need it fast, it's nice, but
yeah,
it's fine.
Clearly, there's a price to it being delivered fast, and that they just threw it.
Yeah.
to my house.
This is so cool.
Yeah, I want that kid. I need to get it, but I have a lot of backlog.
Oh my gosh.
Where's it? Okay, that's F2. Is this F1?
I want to build the entry grade Strike Rouge too.
Oh,
such a good kid.
I like C.
Some of these are like kind of hard to remove with just my fingies, and then
You're not using nippers.
Wait, how
they
did you
said
know?
it's supposed to be fingy only.
Yeah, entry grade. You can pop them out with your finger. You don't need nipper.
Yeah, I did just use my tat got me these, and I used them, and it actually was the most useful thing ever. And I understand. I was using a nail clipper when I was doing the Warhammer.
Yeah,
one.
I remember.
This is so ghetto. And I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. I make country girls make do. So
so true.
Doing my darndest here. We have to gunpla.
Oh my god, you got her!
We have to gunpla.
Sunny,
I don't know what I have.
Sunny's showing the head.
Sunny's got a head.
Sunny's showing the head.
That's crazy.
That's
I don't know what this is.
Head.
What is it? What did you build? I
What is
don't
your
know.
thing?
Okay, wait. Quick question. Do you guys like to do like the K-pop heart hands?
I do.
Oh,
These
Oh,
yeah.
I don't
Wait,
even-
wait, wait.
I don't think my hands can do
Or
that
do you guys
very
like
well.
these hands?
I like
Well,
doing
what's your
this one.
heart? I like doing
This
this
one's
one
my
too.
Yeah, I like this one.
My hands
Someone
like don't
screenshot
bend
this.
very much. You see my knuckles go like super
Chat
white.
screenshot.
Usually.
Oh.
Oh. Yippee.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yippee. Okay. Actually, you know what?
Do you guys want to see a gang sign?
Gang sign.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Which one? Which gang sign?
What is that?
Is that a real gang sign?
Yeah, it is. What the fuck?
How do you do that? Wait.
Do I
I'm
say
gonna
that
cast
I
a
was
spell if I try to do that.
A high school senior taught me how.
This is
Mogu.
right now.
Wow.
Buddy, you want to see a gang sign?
Be positive.
I'm learning.
Very, you know what? Kinda. Oh my god!
On that note, has there been an update
Your
for
stuff is so
for Space
pro.
King?
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
love your scissors.
Oh, these are actually like nail nippers that I bent in a bit. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just use.
No, I mean your other purple rainbow scissors.
Oh yeah. The rainbow
These,
scissors.
these were like old cutting shears that went bad. So
Ah.
Remember,
Chat, I think you should give Emily 500 memberships.
I'm a little confused
Give
where
it
the
to
memberships
Noah.
are. We've
No.
had discussions about
It's not about me right now. It's about Emily.
The deal is that when Emily breathes, you have to gift her a membership. I already signed it.
Now, guys, give me that plastic money.
Collective.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy more plastic. I'm gonna get shelves to display my plastic.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice bust, Sonny. Oh,
Let's go.
Look, we're matching.
Sonny.
Here.
Oh my god, wait, I built a shoe! I built a shoe! Oh my god! Let's go!
Feet.
Toes.
Someone articulation on these toes, brother. Oh my god.
I noticed that like a lot of Gunpla kits start with like the feet, and I'm like,
I
oh,
wonder why.
Goodness, this one started with
maybe a
the head.
base. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe they want you to start like making it stand up sooner, so that you don't have to put it in like a awkward position. Oh, I guess if you have 1 foot, it still won't stand though. So, oh my gosh, it landed on my legs.
I don't get how this is supposed to be put together.
Are you building that?
Mr. Second Gen Gooners? You cannot say that.
You know,
What?
they can technically say it.
Well, no,
We
because
do
I
know
said no.
episode 5 is called War
All
World.
right, we have
Interesting.
confirmation that this is not true.
I've never gooned in my entire life. I'm say so and
Never?
pure and yeah, I'm so wholesome and pure.
I love gooning.
Gooner too.
Wait, guys, I'm manager goons. I'm manager goons. Have you seen?
What is this video?
Have you seen Riri's?
What are we
schedule?
watching?
She goons like every other day. I don't know. She goons like 5.
I'm getting distracted.
She didn't know.
No, she found out and now she's still keeping it. She said like she doesn't know what to replace it with, so she's just gooning.
We're just made to
Where
suffer.
now?
Now she knows what it means. It means he's just continuously gooning.
I can't
Yeah.
listen. Does she at least drink enough water? Is she like staying hydrated while she's gooning?
I think it's.
Okay,
think
what is
I hope
digging
so.
into my elbow? I think I got a nub in my sleeve.
She goons a lot, so.
Not that we know. You know.
I mean, not that I would know. Not that I would know, of course.
Yeah, we don't
But,
know.
like, you definitely would get dehydrated if you don't.
Yeah,
drink
if
enough
you
water.
It's like there's a plastic
Theoretically.
nub that went down my sleeve.
My friend said. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend said so.
Yeah. And my friend's never wrong.
Wait, there's a mobile suit in Gundam Seed called the Goon? Goon? There is?
The goon?
The Goon? It's
The
spelled
Goon?
Goohn. I don't know.
There's no
Wait,
fucking
Mogu, do
way.
you know?
No, but look, I got the head.
Go ahead.
That is such a cute. Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's a little
my
baby
God.
head.
It's a nice
Do you
head.
ever think it's always funny that like you could technically be head like a Gundam, And
Mhm.
technically, the pilot survives because the pilot is in like the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Pretty much.
It's
Oh
just
my god, I'm decorating the
heart.
feet! I'm decorating the feet!
Them toes.
This isn't hard!
Samurai.
What's your McDonald's order? Do you guys have one, or do you not buy there because they're evil?
Oh, in the States?
What am I? 13.
Quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, bacon quarter pounder with cheese.
Don't tell me like that. I have sharp tools. in
Oh,
the
sorry.
game.
Royale with
Don't
cheese.
talk to me like that. Not today. I was concentrating. I have slips. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I like chicken nuggies.
I like the chicken nuggies a lot.
And Nova's also is a chick. I've never had a Big Mac before. Have you guys had a Big Mac?
I don't
before?
usually get Big Mac. I get
I've had Big Mac. I really like them.
I like a regular
Oh.
hamburger or like the deluxe. Yeah, yeah. Or
I'm not a fan of
quarter
Big Mac.
pounder. Mm.
I never
I
got
just
their
like
burgers
junk food.
before.
Yeah, I've
That's
never had
okay.
their burgers.
You've
Oh,
never had a
really?
McDonald's
I
burger?
always get
Oh my
chicken
gosh.
nuggies, yeah.
Yeah, they're not
Dang.
necessarily good for you, so it's a good thing you don't have their
Yeah,
burgers.
yeah.
It's
True,
like-
true. You don't need
like
it.
junk
Oh, I've had a
food.
filet o fish.
Oh,
I used to have
those.
filet o fish.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the shrimp burger that they have at Japanese McDonald's. Ebi
Oh.
Hideo. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, that sounds
It's so
good.
good. I love it. Emily Dayon. Did you know that the clips here are all taken from my streams? So if you like to catch me in real time or see everything, be sure to subscribe to my main channel. Please and thank you. Now sit back and enjoy the rest of the video.
Nova's a hag.
Leave me alone!
Wait, what? Hag. Hags are in.
You can't not call me that.
Not people like hags nowadays. I thought they're trendy.
It's in to be a hag.
Yeah, I thought so.
Although I
Hags are
feel
good.
like we gotta make a new term. What's the
Yeah.
next, like big thing? It was girl figure, then it was hag, and it's gonna be next. We gotta wait, and then somehow we'll all be categorized as
Hag
the same
love.
thing.
True, I feel like hag is too broad of a term nowadays.
Cause everyone thinks like anyone that's over like 25 is a hag.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Or it's like, oh, you're 21. Oh, you're a hag. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Like, are you 12?
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know. I see a 20-year-old.
For
and I
all
think
the
they're-
classes, or
I look at like a 22-year-old, and I kind of like nowadays. I'm like, oh, you look really young. You
I
look
also think
young.
22-year-olds are also babies.
Yeah, I'm like, what? At what
Yeah.
point do I? Everyone who's like under 22 is like a baby, and then 22 to like
What?
on is like
What?
young person.
Oh, show feet, show feet, show
What
foot.
happened?
Feet? I
Look at those toes.
I made some toes.
Nice.
Okay.
This is zooming. I am zooming through this. as
Yeah,
it
you
is
got this.
It's for I believe children. This might be a children's thing. Like
No,
this
no,
level
Gun-
might be like.
Gunpla are adult toys.
Okay. I believe. I believe. I'm opting to believe.
I don't know about that term.
Like kids wouldn't appreciate the engineering on these adult toys.
So true.
Please don't call it that.
Emily is spitting.
Emily
Let
is
her
an adult
cook.
toy enjoyer.
You cannot say that. Emily is
I'm
pure
kidding, I'm
and
kidding.
wholesome and lovely.
She is.
She would never enjoy
I was
things like that,
making-
right,
I
Emily?
literally just said my Gunpla are adult toys.
Yeah, she's cool with it.
No,
Yeah.
it made me think of a really shitty meme that I cannot show on stream. I'm gonna.
Okay, you can send it.
Have
to
you
us.
seen it? I'm gonna.
Do I do I know
What
it?
meme?
I don't think I know it.
Do you know it? I don't think you know it. Wait, let me.
What meme is this?
It's gonna have
Wait.
open hand.
Why is this me? I'm joking.
Wait, I'm so curious where.
Guys, I think this is the original.
Oh my God.
Don't say that's literally you. I'm so funny.
original.
wait.
But yeah, I've seen the bottom one, I think.
The first one, yeah, the first one is the one I was thinking of. That's
Real. The clarity
Kind of a lot
here
to get banned
is
off
the
of
meme.
It doesn't get banned all the time on Twitch though. I
And
don't know.
this one. Oh,
Yeah, but people
Too
get banned
large.
for like literally like people will fornicate live and not get banned. Like there's problems.
What?
Like, that kind of stuff.
The
There's
fuck?
like there's literally like a guy who. Anyway, you can get away with some.
Oh,
crazy
I've seen
stuff
that
with,
meme.
Like, literally no punishment.
yeah.
If you're, yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't fit in the hole. Happens.
That's
Yeah, tell me
insane.
about it. Tell me about it.
Sunny!
Clear runner.
I will confirm that us at Dreamers HQ are say so and pure and wholesome. I've never said anything ever. I don't know how to talk.
She doesn't want to associate with us anymore.
My experience. About to get twit longered. Like,
Okay. Fuck completed! Yay! We got it!
Oh my god, does that mean if we actually put all our parts together, we actually have like one whole Gundam?
Oh, true.
Oh wait.
Like a Franken Gundam?
Yeah, that would be kind of horrifying.
Franken Gundam. Oh, someone tell Sunny she put her Gundam shoulder joint upside down. Oh.
What?
It is? I didn't even tell.
How do I fix it? Wait, how do you go to with the sauce, man?
I don't know. I mean, it works.
The shoulder joint is upside down. Okay.
I see it. Fix it. This pizza's so small.
Oh,
it totally is.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It is.
That one's supposed to be on that side. That one's supposed to be on that side. Okay. I am gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
oh my god! I got the up body!
You got it?
Nice. Oh my god, she's fast.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Cute.
So cute.
They're always a lot smaller than you expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The box is so big.
Yeah. They're just little baby size.
That's sweaty.
That's a weird Gundam on Mogu's. Yeah, he's a Haro. Okay, this is a Haro. A Haro. Okay, get it right.
Hold on.
Oh.
Can the rest of you guys cover your eyes, please?
Wait, why?
Just look away from the screen.
Okay.
Oh my god!
What the fuck is Sunny? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
The hell?
Sunny, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean?
Come on, guys. Come on. We all knew this was coming.
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
The quality is exceptional.
That's
Are they still for sale? She's sick. I've got your merch.
Last but not least, the beam rifle.
Yes. Unbelievable. And this is what I get for supporting my Oshi.
I'm not your Oshi, Sunny.
Do you think I should watch
You're
it
my
yet?
Oshi as well.
You whore! You can't have more than one Oshi.
I'm sorry.
You could have multiple Oshis. You can only have one Kami Yoshi.
Yeah.
I will.
You harlot.
I'll buy you a booster pack. I'll buy you a booster pack. Yeah, I'll buy you a booster pack. It's all fixed.
Oh my god.
As if you ever want to
Wait,
be Nova.
Like a Pokemon booster pack or like a Yu-Gi-Oh one?
Which one do you want?
I want Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'll get you some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, that's easy. Okay,
Yeah.
Yippee!
Oh,
Make Sunny fight people in the parking lot.
Wait, I'm not made for fighting. I'm made for eating hot chip
And lying.
yeah, I'm not made for assault and battery. I can't do it.
I finished an arm.
Yeah, I
Yo!
I need
Yippee!
ass.
So he's a scrapper. Suddenly I can fight.
I want to do the head.
Oh, you want to do head? Damn, girl, that's great.
Yeah.
Color.
Head's more exciting.
Yeah.
Ebony.
It is.
What?
It's like,
It's true.
I'm gonna fucking crash out. I'm gonna crash out.
What a
Ebony.
Well, you didn't say the head, Ebony. I think she's crashing. Oh, okay. Is it rude to throw your cat off the bed if she's about to throw up on it?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I will put it on the floor,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll go like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
You're not allowed to throw up there.
'Cause She just 2 days ago, I have like a giant like cleaning upholstery cleaner because this cat throws up so much. So she throws up a lot because she has like digestive problems too. She has like IBS. So
yeah.
she woke me up at the 5 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. like groggy, only to realize that I'm waking up to the sound of the cat about to throw up.
Oh no, your sound, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't have the will. I don't want to be mean to you, so I let her throw up in the bed, and then I just cleaned it up.
Oh my god!
Ew.
And then I was awake.
You're too
Man.
nice. Oh, did you know Gundam is getting a tabletop though next year apparently?
Yeah, it's a part of the TCG. Oh my god, Sunny, that's so cute. How do I get one, Sunny? Tell me.
Yeah,
how
we're
do I
gonna get one.
I have some leftovers.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, give me.
Yeah, I'll give to you.
Yippee!
These were for my donathon in 2023.
Aw.
I still have some. Oh my god.
Wait, Sunny, you were
reversing
alive in
engineering.
2023? I thought you were dead at that point.
Wait, was it? Which year was that? Was that 2020? Oh my god, it was
I
2020.
thought you were dead.
Yeah, I thought Sunny
Wait.
was not alive.
Was
Yeah,
Sunny
I was
alive?
dead. Chat, was I dead? Here.
I was a real question to ask. Were you alive?
I think I was dead and I forgot I was dead. Okay. Different year.
She can be alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can pretend she was alive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She was alive in my heart. Even though I did not even know Sunny back then, she was alive in my heart. Trust. Like, what the fuck is this? Why are these pieces so tiny? Like, how am I gonna crash out?
Pieces, little babies.
Yeah, and wait until you get to the stickers, Nova. Then you'll be crashing out like me.
Oh my god.
Wanna see them?
I'm already
How
crashing out.
Tiny. These are.
Oh, you
Oh
need
my
like actual
God.
tweezers.
Yeah, you do. You need tweezers or like a toothpick. That's another trick chat taught me.
So how did you like your first Gundam kit?
Yeah.
I
Yes, are
think
you
it was
liking it?
fun. I think that he's a little bit too fragile for me to be like, this is like, I needed the beginner kit, but now I'm like, I get that the next level would be like a lot more stable. So I think he falls apart when he T-poses. I don't think you're really supposed to pose these very much, but I had fun building it. I will say I had a little bit more fun building the Warhammer one. But I like them all. And now I'm getting addicted to plastic in many forms.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Oh my
go.
Maybe we can do like another like Gundam building kit stream, and we can like get like more. No! Okay, we're good.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I almost crashed
You
out.
okay?
Oh my god.
I almost crashed out. We're good.
No ocean. Did you
Safe,
lose
it's safe.
anything?
No, it's safe. It's safe.
Oh.
It fell for a second, but it's safe. I got it.
Nice.
Oh my god, wait. Are you done?
Yeah, other than the weapons.
Oh my god!
Everybody is
Yeah.
cooking.
It's so nice.
Look how nice it
I
looks.
like the details.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I didn't even put the stickers on yet, but yeah, for the most part.
Oh yeah, stickers.
Yeah.
And that took how many streams did you say?
At least 5.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Wow.
And I
lot.
streamed like 3 hours of it, so it took a while. But also I'm slow.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I
Guys,
see
I'm
ya.
getting eepy. It's past my
Yeah.
bedtime.
Yeah, I'm getting EP too. We can call
Wow.
stream here.
Yeah,
I think this was like really
Nova can
nice.
finish another time. Also, look at the stickers.
Yeah.
It looks so cool with stickers. Well done,
that's a
Eva.
lot.
So nice.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, yeah, they
I'm
look
surprised.
Wow. Heck yeah. Okay.
Yay.
they're almost indistinguishable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Let me T-pose, Alright, T-pose. Wait, Sunny, this comment's so funny. Someone said, like, our Gunpla, it's you versus the guy she told you not to worry about.
It really is.
Oh my god.
That's
You make
so
fun of my
funny.
baby.
I'm glad you enjoyed it,
He's
though.
Yeah. It was the perfect amount of like intro level, and I can do it and stream and not have to think too hard. It was really perfect for me.
I should go eat. Yippee!
Yeah, OC gamers! The heart. Screenshot this. Oh, the heart.
Like when running over. Recap.
Put some music back on. Let's finish this beam rifle. Where's that? There we go. Zion. Zion. Nice. Okay, so sandwich that hand. Yeah, where's the is it? ¿Dónde estás? The box. I forget what number. Yep, here we go. What number is on Kai's gun cannon? $108? Okay. Thank you. Sticker on there. Let's clean this up real quick. Over here so I get the spare hands. Two of them. Actually, we got three of them. Okay, here we go. So it puts one in the chest. Do this, I put the sticker like on one edge, almost like a flag, and I just kind of like roll it on there. Like so. Is on the big one is on the leg, the smaller one is on the foot. Paper backend's coming off. I should panel line that leg. Use the marker. panel line the rest of it with the Tamiya. Just like that, we've got Kai's Guncannon. These are a little bit on the loose side. Then I have them pose and kind of like leaning forward a little bit and just kind of like holding. Actually, how far can this arm bend? Okay, that can bend pretty close. You can hold the cannon like that. Something to that effect. But yeah, I'm gonna panel line the rest of it. Really just the arms and the legs. I already got the body. But welcome to the collection. Guncannon, Kai's Guncannon. With that, we're gonna call it a night. Almost 4 hours. Turn this off. I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight and finishing this build and watching some VTuber Gunpla shenanigans / Mike's future ex-wife. We'll see where the next stream, next build will take us. I'll probably put up another poll of what's remaining on that list. Don't know if I'm gonna add anything else on there, or I could just forego the wheel spin altogether and just make the gun tank and goof custom a separate entry on the poll as well. Could do that, but yeah, I'll leave that up for. I'll go ahead and set it up now, so I'll get that ready for next week. Probably have to cut it off on Thursday again, but yeah, tune in next week where we can hopefully continue with more Hollow Knight and Metal Gear Solid Delta. Reminder: no lazy anime block this weekend because I will not be home for both tomorrow and Sunday. So yeah. If you like this stream, you can head on over to the following links. The first link will take you to the Lazy League Discord, where you can be able to find the rest of us, such as Oh Hey Mike K, The Batgwin, Dome Dr. Gray, and many others in our circle who also streams a lot of fun stuff that goes on over there. Like the aforementioned Lazy Anime block, although it's not going on this week. Yeah, check those out. The second link will take you to the sister site for this channel, where you can be able to find more info on other upcoming streams that I have planned. That's my archive. I have all my past streams that I've done, all the past builds. If you got any questions, comments, concerns that you would like me to know about, or any suggestions that you might have for me for future Let's Plays, Retro Nights, or Let's Builds, you can head on over to the contact page and shoot the Let's Play over there. Alternatively, you could scroll down below, or off to the side, depending on the platform where you're watching from. Find the Blue Sky link to also reach me, although I still need to get back into posting on that. Other links help support the channel and other streamers who are connected or affiliated with the Lazy League. They're just ones that I like to watch and follow. Check them all out wherever you can. They're all great. Again, thank you for joining me tonight, finishing the build of the HG Guncannon Revive version. I'll catch you guys hopefully next week. But until then, take care, love and hype, life is good. Thank you everyone, have a great and safe Memorial Holiday weekend. Good night everyone.